Pacific Hour, 7 to midnight. WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station. Evan Roberts. Tiki Barber. It's Evan and Tiki on WFAN, The Fan, 101.9 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Welcome to Wednesday. Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash for 4 hours. The New York Yankees got to see the old Gerrit Cole last night as they win again. The Mets get set to play 2 games at Citi Field later today, so we got a lot of baseball to get to. Later on in the program, Aaron Glenn will meet the media for the first time. Same with Joe Shane. His training camp is underway. I'm not an expert on much, and one thing I forgot about, that's why I really need Tiki Barber's help with this, is what a good offense looks like. One reason I would have some level of confidence in the Jets this season is that on paper, at least, they have a chance to have a functioning offensive football team.
Yes.
The problem is, and this is mind-boggling, but I'm going to remind you of this. If you look at where the Jets have been ranked offensively over the last decade, it is actually incredible. Last year, 29th. Year before, 24th. Year before, 29th, 28th, 32nd, 31st, 23rd, 24th, and 30th. The last time, all that is awful, by the way.
So that's not good, right?
That's awful.
All right, just making sure.
That's not like, oh, they have a bad offense. That's every year they are in the conversation for having the worst offense in the NFL. The last time the Jets had a functioning offense was 2015, a year they won 10 games and their quarterback was Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's been a bad run of offensive football, yet as we begin this season, one of the reasons I would try to find optimism in this team is, well, their offensive line looks pretty good, especially the bookend tackles who now have a little bit more experience. They have pretty good wide receivers, assuming Garrett Wilson can stay healthy. They now supposedly have a functioning quarterback, and Breece Hall just got paid and hopefully has an offensive coordinator that knows how to use him. So there's a reason based on talent to think they should be significantly better than 29th or 24th, but it always starts with the quarterback.
That's right.
And
well, yeah.
I don't know what to think of Geno because he was so bad last year, but the year before he was good.
Yeah, I think we had this conversation briefly because when Geno was starting to get in that trouble, we were reevaluating what his career had been like, and he was really good in Seattle following Russell Wilson, but then he goes to Vegas. The issue in Vegas was really his offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. He didn't know what he was doing. And Geno looked lost out there. You'd go watch some of his games, and he had no idea where to go with the football, even on his first read. And so I chalk that regression, because it was a significant regression in Las Vegas, to coaching. So what is Geno Smith going to be with the Jets, and what is Frank Reich going to do with Geno Smith with the Jets? But more importantly, and you briefly hit on it, but it's the bigger issue for me with the Jets. They need to lean into their strengths. Now, what are their strengths? Offensive line and Breece Hall. The Jets were a top 10 rush offense last year. Like, they stunk offensively in totality. But Breece Hall was pretty damn good. They rushed for over 2,000 yards last season. I think it was 2,200 yards, whatever the number was. They had the ability, and part of it was a quarterback, obviously.
Sure.
But they had the ability to run the football last year. They never wanted to stick with it, right? They always wanted to, find ways to be explosive. But when you're not a good team, offensively and defensively, the only way you're going to win is ball control and field position. And the Jets couldn't get that in their head. I hope that Frank Reich, as he evolves or just starts to take baby steps with his offense, keeps that in mind. Because when you have a good run game, dude, just hand it off.
Changes everything.
Just hand it off, right? Just go get 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Maybe you pop one. Throw a screen in there, here or there. So to me, it's going to be all about not getting ahead of yourself, thinking Geno's the man, and trusting that your best pieces of this offense are your offensive line and your running back.
And they've got a running back, and I feel this way now that Breece has gotten paid. I felt this way for the last 4 years, but it's crazy to think that Breece Hall's been in the league since 2022. So if my math is correct, this is going to be his 5th year in the NFL.
Yeah.
He even said it yesterday. He feels like a grizzled veteran. He sort of is a grizzled veteran.
Well, because of the strife.
Sure. But I feel like he's been misused since the moment he got here. And think about who his offensive coordinators have been. A couple of guys with very little experience in LaFleur and Engstrand, and your guy, Nate Hackett. And I don't think any of those three guys, with all due respect, ever really used him properly.
Right.
I don't think they ever unlocked the great potential that Breece Hall has. And if you look at Frank Reich's history with some running backs, especially Jonathan Taylor, he's got a good history of getting the most out of guys. And so I agree with you. I think it starts there. Because here's my grandiose view on this Jet team. I want them to make the playoffs. Now, that may cause some chuckles. Sean may laugh. Playoffs. That's the goal going into a football season. I want to make the playoffs.
Right.
And I know that in order for this team to shock the world and make the playoffs, they have to have a top 10 offense. They haven't had a top 10 offense in 15 years. In fact, longer than that.
Right.
Do you know the last time the Jets had a top 10 offense?
In total? It's got to be 11, 10?
No, they didn't even have it then. No.
Beyond that, I'm going to say a Chad Pennington year.
It's close. Brett Favre.
Oh, I forgot about Favre.
Are you serious?
2008.
Wow.
Under Brett Favre at quarterback. We know he collapsed at the end of the year, but let's not forget they did start 8-3. There was some promising moments that year. That was the last time they had a top 10 offense. But I also know if you have a top 10 offense in the modern NFL, your chances of making the playoffs are incredibly high. Since 2020, if you have a top 10 offense, there's an 82% chance you make the playoffs.
Yep.
So I got to start there. Now, I don't have a lot of confidence in the defense. I've mentioned that before. We'll get to that later. But in terms of, let's just start with the basics. The strength of this team should be on the offensive side of the ball. Can they make the jump from being the 28th best offense in the league to 10th? Is a new offensive coordinator, a veteran quarterback, an offensive line that's gained more experience, Garrett Wilson being healthy, a better tight end room, is all of that enough to make a jump from being a bottom 5 offense? And maybe top 10's asking too much, so how about top 13? Let's go there. How about top half of the league, which they haven't seen in 10 years either?
When you have a solid running game and I was going to say non-turnover prone quarterback, but last year Geno Smith led the league in interceptions.
Last 2 years.
Yeah,
he's thrown 30.
Terrible.
He has thrown over the last 2 years. Now, prior to this with Seattle, they did win games.
Yes.
So despite the turnovers, they went 10-7. But I think he's thrown 32 interceptions in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a lot,
It is a lot.
And a lot of those turnovers that last year in Seattle were in the second half when they collapsed.
That's
they
right.
padded wins early.
No, you're right. You mean Las Vegas?
No, but no.
Oh,
so
Seattle.
last year in Seattle.
Right.
The second half, they had a bit of a collapse. And a lot of turnovers.
You're right. And so it's a conundrum you're stuck in. It's why I wouldn't be surprised if Cade Klubnik gets a lot of reps this year, because he's not going to be willing to be mistake prone. You know what I mean? Like when you're a veteran, you just feel like, I've seen this. I know what's going on. I know I can make that throw. I think a young quarterback under Frank Reich is going to be, all right, what do you want me to do, coach? Tell me what to do, coach.
Yeah, but Cade Klubnik is for when this season is over. Let's be perfectly honest about that. If they have any hopes of defying the odds, and that's what you should be thinking about in late July, early August.
I don't believe in that anymore.
What do you mean?
I know what people say all the time. Look, you see the quarterback battles that are happening around the league right now. Kirk Cousins, Fernando Mendoza. We heard Clint Kubiak say yesterday that Kirk Cousins is going to get the start, so to speak, but they're going to be mixing in and out. Like, I don't believe in you got to play the old guy because the young guy's not ready. He should sit for a couple of years because then he gets acclimated. Like, I hear that so often, and it's just nonsense. It hasn't proven to be empirically true. You see young players come in all the time in this league, whether their expectation is high or not, and they dominate, right? You see it. It happens. And so I think the best player should play.
I agree with that.
There needs to be a meritocracy. And if you look at the history, most recent history of Geno Smith, this is not even including the crap he had to apologize for to his teammate for the distractions and the good vibes that they had going this offseason. He hasn't been good. And so if Cade Klubnik comes in and he understands the system, he plays well in the preseason, there's no reason he shouldn't be playing if Geno Smith is playing like Geno Smith has played the last couple of years.
No.
So my point is, I get that people are like, oh, veteran. I hear it ad nauseum. It's like, shut up, dude. The best player should play. And if Geno Smith isn't good, because we have no idea whether he's going to be good or not, then Cade Klubnik should have every opportunity to start for this Jets team.
Well, I would agree with you. If Cade Klubnik is out playing Geno Smith in training camp, he should play. But we are talking about a 4th-round pick. We're talking about a guy who's not coming in here like Fernando Mendoza with huge expectations. Now, could Cade Klubnik defy the odds and be the Russell Wilson of this era? Russ was a 3rd-round pick, if we're being literal. But you know what I mean. He didn't come in with the thought of starting right away. Seattle had just signed a veteran quarterback in free agency in Matt Flynn.
Okay,
but
Matt Flynn. Who was Matt Flynn again?
He had one good bit of success with Green Bay and then got paid.
How many 6 years of success have Geno Smith had?
He's had more success than Matt Flynn did.
How many years of great success has Geno Smith had?
Great success or just success?
Let's just say a Pro Bowl. Oh, I got it for
twice.
you. I got it for you once.
No, well, did he make it twice?
One time.
Oh.
One time.
That's the other part of this, Evan. To be honest, Geno Smith should absolutely be commended for what he did.
By the way, he made it twice. I feel good. I was right.
Okay.
It was 22 and 23, back-to-back years. He did make the Pro Bowl.
One of those was a fill-in.
Oh, we don't count that one?
No, I don't.
that was a Shedeur Sanders Pro Bowl?
Yeah, it could have been. But on that note, Evan, and that's the problem with Geno Smith.
What?
He should be commended for the job he did in changing his career and the patience and waiting as a backup after everything went. But in the end...
Are you really sold on him?
Right. In the end, you look back. What happened with Geno in Seattle ended up being basically a 2-year aberration.
So here, where I'm at...
That's exactly right. Now, because in Las Vegas, he looked exactly like he looked everywhere else he's been.
And the end of Seattle,
from a team success standpoint, it was a 3-year aberration because he was the starting quarterback for 3 straight years, and they had winning seasons. Okay? Now, they weren't all great years. They weren't all Pro Bowl years, but he was the starting quarterback of a playoff team and an offense that ranked at a respectable level in 3 straight years.
What happened when they got rid of him?
They won the Super Bowl.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. But so maybe it was the team?
Yes,
Evan?
of course.
Maybe the team was good?
Of course.
And Geno Smith was a part of the team?
No, but
then Geno Smith gets replaced by a better former Jet quarterback, and they win a Super Bowl.
First of all, I'm not putting Geno Smith in the Hall of Fame. I'm just trying to figure out a way in late July and early August to have hope and confidence that they could shock the world and be a playoff team.
You know what that sounds familiar
And the only way that could happen is if Geno's
You know who that sounds
good.
familiar with? And I hate to throw this kind of shrapnel at a guy who's a New York Giant. I love him as a backup.
Who?
This was Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston thought he was about to get broke off paid. I'm one of the best quarterbacks. He led the league in touchdowns with 32 in Tampa Bay. He also led the league in interceptions that season.
No, I get you.
Sound familiar?
Yes.
You know what happened when Bruce Arians said, I can't win with this guy. We got to replace him. They won the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
I don't know what you're mad at me about. Do you want them to bench Geno Smith?
No, I don't
even love Geno Smith.
I just think that you're over enamored with the potential of Geno Smith.
No.
And I think your expectation needs to be tempered about this offensive season. They have a great running game. They have a great offensive line. They do not have a great quarterback.
You're very feisty today. I haven't even offered an opinion on what I think the Jets are going to be. I asked you because I know nothing about good offense since the Jets have had an LD offense for a decade and a half. I just asked you, hey, look, they've been 28th, 29th, 25th for a decade. I also know that if you can have a top 10 offense, you got a real good chance to make the playoffs, which is what I'd like to dream about in late July and early August. And we all agree the Jets have a lot of talent on offense. And I was simply asking you, hey, can Geno Smith at quarterback lead an offense to a top 10 or top 15 performance? I didn't even say he would. I'm asking you. And you're mad at me. What are you mad at me for? I didn't sign Geno Smith, nor did I want Geno Smith. But guess what? He's the quarterback. I have no other choice at this point.
Is he? Or is he just the one that your head coach thinks is going to lead you to the promised land?
Here's what I think.
Here's all I'm saying.
Yes.
I don't believe fully that Geno Smith is leading the Jets to the promised land. Therefore, if you are a prudent coach, especially one that enters year 2 of your tenure on the hot seat, and you hire an offensive coordinator who you trust more than you trust yourself to lead offense, Cade Klubnik has to be part of the conversation. It's not just Geno Smith is going to lead us to the promised land. Well, what happens if he sucks? Right? What happens if you put all those eggs in that one little Geno basket and it cracks all open? Like, what do you do?
I think that's the point where you say, screw it, let's go see what the young quarterback's got.
Yeah, but
I can't do that now unless Klubnik proves he deserves it.
Well,
He's a 4th-round pick. I have no expectation for him.
Cade Klubnik was a Heisman Trophy favorite going into his last season. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick. It was a disaster in Clemson. I called a couple of those games last year. It was a disaster. And so it wasn't all him. It was part coaching. It was part, I don't know, lack of talent. I have no idea. I can't explain it fully because those things sometimes are inexplainable. But going into last season, he was one of the top quarterbacks that was supposed to come into the NFL this season. And he had a bad year and he fell. But he still presents this confidence about him. You see it in some of the interviews that he did after he was drafted in the 4th round. And He's not just, I'm a fourth rounder, I'm not going to get my chance.
Do you think they have something in him?
I hope they have something in
I hope so
them.
too, but I also know that going into the start of a season in which, and I don't think you disagree with me about this, I don't believe the Jets are going to be good. I don't think I have to say it every 5 minutes, but I've made that very clear. I think they're a 4-win team. I also hope I'm wrong. I'm also a fan. I don't want to tank seasons. I don't want to go into the start of the season saying, hey, they're going to suck anyway, just lose out. I don't believe that. You don't believe that either.
Right.
So as we begin a football season, Geno Smith is going to be the quarterback and in all likelihood is going to beat out anyone who gave him competition.
Okay.
I think. And if he doesn't, by the way, Teak, then they're really screwed.
Not
or
really.
Cade Klubnik's going to be this incredible story none of us see coming.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I hope so, but I have no evidence of that.
Don't you think with the evidence we have, there's a far greater chance Cade Klubnik is Dak Prescott in his rookie year than Geno Smith turns back the clock another 5 years?
The reason I'd say no to that, I'll give you my reasoning for that. And I don't mean to crap on Cade Klubnik, because honestly, how much college football did I see of him? Right. And even if I did, that doesn't tell us the story. Geno Smith is a year removed from being the starting quarterback, a year and a half removed from being the starting quarterback of a team that, yes, was very good and went on to win the Super Bowl, but was capable of being quarterbacked by him and winning 10 games. He's not that far removed from the best football he's played. It's not like it was 10 years ago. It was 2 or 3 years ago. Cade Klubnik is a fourth-round pick. Ryan Nassib was a fourth-round pick. Like, there's a lot of fourth-round picks that just die in the weeds.
Yes. No doubt.
So if you're asking me what is a greater chance of happening, and it's a fair question, Geno gives you the performance he gave Seattle 2 or 3 years ago versus Klubnik as a fourth-round pick, shocks the world, and tells Jet fans, I'm your franchise quarterback, I would lean towards Geno. I hope it's Klubnik because I want to have hope for the future.
Right.
But before I have hope for the future...
Well, you have hope no matter what for the future, simply because you have all the draft picks.
Yeah, and they have good young pieces that I hope to watch develop this year. And I understand that the odds are we're going to be sitting here in October, November talking about the draft and talking about next year. But as a sports fan, and I do this with every team I root for, and I think this is actually healthy, I'd like to go into seasons believing, especially a football season, and for the Jets to have success this season. If that's going to happen, as much as I don't think it's going to happen, and clearly based on your words, you don't think it's going to happen, Geno Smith needs to lead this offense to a top 12 performance, something we haven't seen the Jets do since 2015. They have the pieces capable of it. They have an offensive line that may be one of the best units they've had since the DeBrickashaw, Ferguson, Nick Mangold days. Mm-hmm. They've got a hell of a running back room. They clearly have a number one wide receiver, and they've got some depth behind it when they went up and drafted Omar Cooper and A.D. Mitchell from last year. They've got 2 tight ends, 2 good ones, including one they drafted in the first round. They have a lot of potential on offense. If Geno Smith and Frank Reich as a tag team can lead that to a top 10, top 12 performance, that's our avenue towards the Jets surprising all of us and having success. As I said at the top of the show, I looked it up out of curiosity. If you have a top 10 offense, what does that mean? Well, it means you got an 82% chance of making the playoffs. So, boom. You want to talk about how they can make the postseason?
Yeah,
that's where it starts.
That's the NFL.
That's the NFL, and that's the best. Tell me if I'm wrong here. The best avenue to the Jets surprising everyone and being a playoff team is that avenue.
Yes.
It's not this defense becoming the 85 Bears.
No, because they're not going to be.
They're not going to be. They have the most potential with the talent they have on the offensive side of the football.
Agreed.
So for that to be occurring, Geno Smith has to be the guy from 2023.
Yes.
Or 2022 to be exact.
Yes, but that was 4 years ago.
I understand.
And he's 36 years.
So you're telling me it's not happening?
I don't trust that it's happening.
I don't trust it's happening either. I'm just hoping it's happening.
I wanted to love Geno Smith. I really did.
Yeah.
And then everything that I've heard this offseason has been negative.
Because of the baby mama drama.
All the off the field stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff. It's like, dude, what do you like, you have a chance to rewrite a story about you regarding the New York Jets, and it's just distraction after distraction, nonsense after nonsense. Like, what's your motivation?
Yeah.
Like, what are you focused on? And it clearly is not the Jets. So I feel like this could be a disaster. Maybe he stabilizes himself. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but you shouldn't hear negativity before a season even starts about a guy. And that's all we've heard.
No,
all we've heard.
I totally get it. It doesn't worry me as much as it worries you. I think what worries me mostly is that he's 36 years old.
Yeah,
he's coming
that's
off
even
a heart.
worse. If he's 26 years old, fine.
Yeah.
You're a grown-ass man, dude. Like, what's going on?
There's a battle I have as a sports fan. I have opinions. When I don't get what I want, at what point do you stop talking about not getting what you wanted? It's like the Pete Alonso quandary, right?
Right.
I wanted him back. Am I supposed to bring it up every other day? Is that supposed to be like, some point today, I got to mention, I wanted Pete back. David Stern's in. Eventually, you got to move on. I did not want the Jets to sign Geno Smith. I had a quarterback list that was displayed behind us in which I ranked, I think it was 25 quarterbacks on the Evan Roberts preferred list. There was a lot of it you disagreed with.
Yeah, because I wanted Kirk Cousins for you guys.
And I did not. I think I had him like 19th.
Yes.
So we disagreed. That's cool. That's fine. Geno Smith was way down on my list. So I don't want to do this every time we talk about it because I didn't want him. But I also hope I'm wrong. I also really hope that Geno Smith writes one of the most incredible stories none of us could see coming, which is he returns back to the place that drafted him 13 years later and leads us out of the misery that we live in.
They've been in the abyss for 55 freaking years.
Now, do I think that's happening? No, clearly you don't think that's happening. You're basically talking up Cade Klubnik on day one of training camp.
Options, baby.
But if the Jets are going to have success.
Underdog story.
It would be great. By the way, that'd be an even better story. But if the Jets are going to have success, the most realistic way they're going to have success is Geno Smith is not even a great quarterback, not even a franchise quarterback, but a good functioning quarterback.
Like, I just feel like he's the guy that's going to lead us to the promised land.
Boy, that line is going to live with him forever.
Oh, yeah.
He should have just said anything else. Anything else.
Anything but that.
Why are you laughing?
Can I read a perfect Zach Rosenblatt live training camp tweet off of this open?
Oh, God.
Cade Klubnik has a pass slightly tipped, forced Kenyon Sadiq to try and catch it on the ground. It bounced up, and Michael Walker intercepted it.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
We're off and
I'm
running.
not the one doing it. Tiki's the one basically saying, screw Geno Smith. What about Cade Klubnik?
And we have our first Jets training camp injury.
Oh, here we go.
D'Angelo Pons has strained his calf.
Great. And he's going to be a big part of this team on defense.
Well, we know what that means.
What?
Achilles.
Oh, don't do that.
Glenn apparently said he's fine. He'll be fine, but it's a strained
Okay.
Great.
Straight calf.
We're off to a flying
You're
start.
22 years old.
Welcome to Jets season.
Welcome to football season, because I have a feeling you're going to get injury updates later this day as well.
Probably around 3:30.
We'll get to the football coming up, a lot of baseball. We bring back the Tiki time machine, and this one will be timely. What did everyone say around here when the Jets drafted Geno Smith 13 years ago? 888-808-1019. That is the toll-free number. That is the sound of Yankee baseball, and right now it is time for the Yankee turning point of the game. First caller to correctly identify the turning point of yesterday's game at 866-540-WFAN will receive a $100 Wendy's gift card. It's from our friends at Wendy's. Eat great even late at Wendy's. And your flagship station for Yankee baseball, The Fan. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you, at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
And this portion of the program is sponsored by Jag Physical Therapy. Jag Physical Therapy proudly announces their new location, Florham Park, New Jersey, at 177 Columbia Turnpike. Whether you're recovering from an injury, surgery, or simply looking to move better, Jag Physical Therapy is ready to help you get back the life you love. For more information or to make an appointment, visit jagpt.com.
Training camp is right around the corner, and nobody gets you ready for football season like WFAN.
It's a good variety of coverage.
From roster moves to quarterback questions to the biggest stories in the NFL, our experts have you covered. Get ready for Kickoff 2026 on WFAN.
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
The appetite for destruction returns. Guns N' Roses World Tour 2026. One night. MetLife Stadium, August 12th. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple or strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Think you know how the second half of baseball plays out? Put your predictions to work on Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. An official partner of Major League Baseball. Who wins the division? Who's buying at the trade deadline? Who takes home the Cy Young? And who's still standing in October? Trade against other fans, not the house on Polymarket. From the trade deadline to the World Series, every game matters. Trade on Polymarket. Download the Polymarket app and use promo code BLAZE to unlock $50 free for your first trade. That's promo code BLAZE. Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
You know that feeling right before kickoff? The pure anticipation? That's exactly what summer weekends are all about. And the Ford Summer Sales Event is here to help you answer the call. Choose your own adventure with a new Ford SUV. Hit the beach with the Bronco family. Tow your favorite toys with the Expedition. Or pack the whole starting lineup for a getaway in the Explorer. Whatever play you call, save big in the process. And don't wait on the sidelines. The Ford Summer Sales Event is happening right now at all of your local Ford stores.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more, so you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
The all-new 2026 Mazda CX-5 is designed to give you more of what matters. More passenger space and headroom for greater comfort. More cargo space, a lower lift-in height, and a standard power liftgate on every model. More connectivity with Google built-in integration, plus Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. All in a family-friendly SUV that delivers exceptional value. Drive a Mazda during the Mazda's More to Move You sales event and discover what makes Mazda the safest new car brand by Consumer Reports. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies, except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm, injurylawyer.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Start your day with Boomer and Geo. Join the conversation weekday mornings from 6 to 10. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Gerrit Cole was Gerrit Cole last night, and when Gerrit Cole is Gerrit Cole, he's Greg Maddux. The Yankees took their second straight from the White Sox with a 3-2 win. Evan can feel good for Anthony Volpe today as he had an RBI double and scored a run. And also, how about this at a Bucks camp? Vita Vea has tweaked something and isn't practicing per head coach Todd Bowles.
Yeah, tweak something, all right.
Tweak something. Come on, he didn't even put on pads.
That's called, I'm not practicing.
Right, that's called... We're allowing you to be here and not practice without penalizing you for not practicing.
I think they called it a hold-in, right? You know what it is?
Yes.
Like you're holding in?
Yes.
Sean mentioned the Yankees will get more into the New York Yankees a little bit later on because he is right. Gerrit Cole looked like Gerrit Cole last night.
We're really good.
And the Yankees beat the Chicago White Sox. Aaron Glenn is meeting the media for the first time in training camp, and there are two things that jumped out at me. He just met the media, so this is very timely. The first one is he has announced, unlike the New York Giants, who have slogans, they have that WIN slogan, W-I-N. What does that stand for again, Sean?
I've already forgotten.
Work in nicely.
Work important. I forget.
That's how you know the slogan doesn't work.
It was so irrelevant to my fandom.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it means anything. I'm just telling you that it didn't work as a slogan.
Yeah.
Because it didn't stick with you.
Didn't stick with you.
Right.
Aaron Glenn has made this announcement about slogans for the Jets in 2026.
No slogans, no hype speeches. Want to set the tone with the players yesterday, and man, we're ready to improve, and that's what we're trying to do.
I like it. No slogans, no superpowers, no promised lands, nothing like that. But this was really interesting, and I know that what's going to jump out at people is a term that he used, but it's more than the term. Aaron Glenn was asked, what did he learn from his first year? And I think one of the things that certainly jumped out at a lot of people, didn't bother me as much, but I want to be fair, was his handling of the media. Listen to what Aaron Glenn said about that.
Some of those blind spots, just a couple of maybe general things. Because obviously you came in here, obviously speaking of Bill, you got a lot of, you coached under Campbell and all that stuff. So you got a lot of ideas coming in.
Yeah, and listen, I'm not trying to be a butthole, when I give you this answer, but a lot of that, man, I really want to keep to myself. I don't think it's fair to myself or the team to be able to articulate all those things to everybody and give everybody all the answers to which I think is the test, for me to improve.
It's almost like he's referring to the game he played with the quarterbacks. Remember when he wouldn't tell us who was starting, who was practicing, and it became kind of hokey. I laughed at it. It didn't bother me, but I think the takeaway from that whole thing is that he said
a butthole.
Yeah, that was
a butthole.
Just use the ass part of it. It's all good.
I think that shows you he's really trying to clean up his act.
No, don't.
A butthole.
Don't.
You don't like butthole?
No.
It sounds weird, doesn't it?
Just say it like it is.
A butthole.
Make them not be able to use it by cussing. You're a football player, football coach, talking about football teams.
Well, I'll tell you
it's
something.
okay to cuss.
I've learned this. We're now, I say, 20 minutes into the Jets season because we talked a lot of Giants yesterday. I think Joe was right. Tiki hates the Jets. Think about what you've already done today. Geno Smith sucks. Start Cade Klubnik. And the second thing is you're criticizing my head coach for saying,
a butthole.
If he's
trying to clean it up. He's churching it up.
Okay, what's more likely?
What?
Geno Smith makes another Pro Bowl or Geno Smith is bad?
Geno Smith is bad.
Okay. If that's more likely outcome, why would you not even entertain seeing what you have in Cade Klubnik?
Because it's the answer to Sean's question.
He's not like Dubuque University project.
Right.
He played at Clemson.
I understand.
And was a good quarterback for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he didn't have a horrible season last year.
What do you say about rookies again, Tiki?
They all suck.
Oh, okay.
But
now you want to start one right away as a 4th round pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to start Jaxson Dart last year as a first-round pick.
Jaxson Dart's different than Cade Klubnik.
Is he?
He's better. I mean, at least my eyes tell me he's better for now, unless Cade Klubnik starts lighting up training camp.
I knew more about Cade Klubnik as a college player than I knew about Jaxson Dart.
You think Cade Klubnik's going to be a starter in this league?
And I guarantee you, most people would tell you the same thing.
What? That he's better?
No, that they knew and heard more about Cade Klubnik than they knew and heard about Jaxson Dart.
Yeah, I get you.
Jaxson Dart was never hyped to be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, but he was a first-round pick.
Yeah, he
That
should be
he traded up for.
Because someone fell in love with him.
Right.
Someone listened to Lane Kiffin and said, this kid he's got what it takes. He's got the swagger. He's got the moxie. He's got the skill set, like all those things. He's a leader. All those things that you look for, you fall in love with him, he become first-round pick.
How many good drives in training camp before I get all excited about Cade Klubnik? Maybe one and a half.
Well,
Do you want
your workout warriors tipping interceptions for him.
Yeah. Do you want a good quote? Maybe I'll fire you up, Evan?
Yeah, give me a good one. I want to get excited.
No audio, but this from the locker room of the Jets. A smiling Gerrit Wilson 3 minutes ago. I have a feeling it's going to be a special year.
All right. I'd like to hear that.
And what was he referring to?
His stats.
Well, he was asked why he feels that way, and he said, it just feels different this year, man.
Oh.
Same old Jets.
Oh.
A lot of details.
It does feel different in terms of they're so under the radar and there are so little expectations.
Yeah.
That's the difference. And Breece Hall spoke yesterday about why that's a good thing, like being under the radar. And everyone loves being under the radar, but it's only good if then you turn it into something. So that's the part that feels different, at least me as a Jet fan. They have been such a non-story this offseason. Like every time I've even brought them up, Tiki gives me a look and says, let's break down the Met bullpen. Why are we bothering with the Jets?
Let's hear the tone of Gerrit Wilson, thanks to our great digital department.
No, that's the reality of it. It is my 5th year, and I can't believe it. But like I just said, man,
me neither.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a special year. It's the 5th year. I'm excited to get another opportunity to do what I've always dreamed of, and just play some meaningful football into the winter. And we got a special opportunity this year, man. I'm excited for my 5th year. It's crazy.
You know what he did that was great? He answered the question. Because as he was talking about it, my question to you is going to be, what's a special year? What qualifies? He just told you. And I agree with him. Meaningful football into the winter.
Yep.
That's what he's telling you. We're going to be in it. We're not winning the Super Bowl.
And by the way, he's not talking about himself. He's talking about the team.
He's talking about the team.
Why are you laughing?
So I like that. I like that kind of optimism because as a fan, I want that optimism. It doesn't mean I agree with it. I think they're a 4 or 5 win team, but I love to be wrong. I'm a big fan of being wrong, especially when it's the opposite of, being wrong when you think a team is going to be good, Let's get to some of your phone calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Adam is in South Jersey. Good morning, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Oh, I got the leadoff spot. Good morning, fellas. How are you today? Hey, Tiki, you've been talking to me on and off for a long time, and I told you I was a football coach, did some pro stuff, arena, this and that, right? So I'm going to try to give you guys a coach's perspective of what I see on the Jets. And what I see is this. They can't discount anyone. And Frank Reich, being experienced, if he comes in and he sees Cade Klubnik is more bought in and better for the team, I don't care if he's a 7th-round draft pick.
Right.
It shouldn't matter because the Jets have sucked for a long time now. It doesn't matter where you get the talent. What matters is that the talent's there, and you have to be able to recognize. The Jets have to stop staying by the standard of, first-round pick should play, 4th-round pick, maybe not. No, none of that matters. And, if I'm the Jets, if I'm Frank Reich, if I'm Aaron Glenn, this off-season stuff that happened with Geno, it's a turnoff to me.
Yeah.
I'm already willing to look at Klubnik just because I don't know how bought in Geno is.
Ooh,
I don't know how real he is to be great.
Would that be a turnoff, Tiki, the offseason stuff?
Maybe. I mean, honest. Like when you're the quarterback, and this is a conversation that I'm sure somebody within the Giants, maybe even John Harbaugh, has had with Jaxson Dart, is that it doesn't matter what you want to do, how you want to position yourself in social media and pop culture worldwide, or whatever the heck how you want to define that. Every decision you make, good or bad, is going to be a reflection on the team that you're the quarterback. This isn't for running backs or tackles or DTs or wide receivers. For quarterbacks specifically, when you make a decision, it's a reflection on your employer, right? And so when Geno Smith is getting pulled over for whatever, speeding, and he's got this domestic thing, which turns out to not really be a big deal, but it becomes a distraction. As soon as Geno Smith's name is mentioned, the Jets are also mentioned.
Right.
And so It is a turnoff, but it's not something that's going to determine whether or not he's a good player or not. It's a weird turnoff. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you focused on
It's
right
not.
now?
It shouldn't be that difficult to not have your name in the news.
That's exactly right.
Shouldn't be that big of a challenge.
Unless it's something, unless you're donating $100,000 to whatever.
Yeah, but that doesn't get written about.
I know,
It's
but
the-
still.
it's
But
the
maybe,
other stuff.
But maybe it'll be in the news.
Yeah. I think what concerns me about our first caller and you continuously bringing up Cade Klubnik.
And by the way, the
Yep.
Jets don't owe Geno anything.
No, of course they don't. I agree.
They didn't draft him.
Yep.
I mean, they did, but you know what I
Well,
mean.
this time around.
Right.
This time around, they didn't draft him.
Right.
My concern about the continuous nature of bringing up Klubnik is nothing against him. Like, I'll be the first to admit, I haven't seen him play other than YouTube clips. Like, we'll find out in training camp. We'll find out in preseason games.
Right.
It feels like you so know that bringing this veteran in was such a wrong decision that we're already fantasizing about a fourth round.
It's not
pick.
even that.
That's what this is.
I'm just turned off by Geno.
No, and I respect
By the way,
that.
that has nothing to do with football. Nothing.
Well, but it doesn't, but it does because you
he had
talked
a
about his football.
Because he had a bad season last year, and he threw 15 interceptions the year before that.
My
And
problem is if they made a better decision in terms of the veteran quarterback that they brought in,
if they had brought,
we wouldn't be talking about Cade Klubnik on July 29th.
100%.
Thank you.
If they had brought in Kirk Cousins, like I suggested,
correct,
and we know what Kirk Cousins cares about,
correct,
being a damn good football player, even if he's not good.
Yes.
That's all he cares about.
If they signed Kirk Cousins, and I didn't want him, but let's say they did, we'd be talking about Cade Klubnik more in light of, hey, if they're out of it, we'll go to him week 12.
Right.
You would not be saying on the radio on July 29th, if he outplays him, he'll start right away. You know why you wouldn't say it? Because he wouldn't outplay Kirk Cousins.
But you know what also happened, Evan?
What?
Geno Smith earned this. He earned my opinion.
I get you.
I didn't just say, I dislike Geno Smith. In fact, I actually liked him. Last time I called a game with him, I told him how much I appreciated his growth and success and the opportunity to make a Pro Bowl and lead a team to a winning season. He's earned this from me. And who else should he blame? Is it my fault that he got all this trouble?
Not your
Is
fault.
it your fault?
No.
Is it every Jet fan fault? Right?
We get blamed for a lot,
Is it
so you
the
never
Bentley
know.
dealer's fault? Like, whose fault is it?
You're right.
It's his.
Yeah. Geno does have one of the great lines in sports history. The line that he had with Seattle of, they wrote me off and I didn't write back. It truly is one of the great lines.
Oh, of course it is.
And I don't know if he came up with it himself or someone gave it to him, but either way, I give him all the credit. Rick is calling from Queens. What's up, Rick?
Hey, guys. Hey, Tiki. You know I'm a Tiki guy, so I don't even have to go into that. Okay? But here's the thing. I think Coach needs to pull every single member of the team together and ask them right to their face, where do they stand? I think as well as with the QB, I think he needs to pull Geno aside because, listen, the both of them are together in this. Because if this season goes down the toilet, I think Coach knows that things could be pretty bad for him as well.
Right.
Okay, so with that in mind, I think he needs to pull him together and then deal with it. And I also feel that if you look at Geno, when he has the time, especially with the line that he's going to have, he's got a great running back, okay, and a tight end and receiver to throw it to. I think they're going to be good. And if Coach can do his business with this defense, I'm telling you, this team has been down too long. It's time for them to get up. Where do they stand? That's it. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, Rick. No, I mean, they have I'm more optimistic, as Evan has been saying all day today. I'm more optimistic about the offense than the defense. And it's really not a knock on any of those guys. And they're all veteran. A lot of them are veteran. It's just they've never played together. I have no idea what that's going to look like. And I think it's hard sometimes when you're in a new scheme. Head coach is now also your defensive coordinator de facto wise. He's calling defenses. And he's got all this responsibility he's got to worry about. And you've never done anything these things together.
Well, think about this, and I'm going to try to remember this off the top of my head. Think about all of the draft capital used to build this offense. Two left tackles were both first-round picks.
Right.
Joe Tippmann was a second-round pick.
Right.
Garrett Wilson, first-round pick.
Breece
Hall was a second-round pick.
Right.
Like,
there's a lot of
Omar Cooper they traded up for.
Yeah.
First-round pick. The New York Garrett Wilson, I think I've already said him. First-round pick. Sadiq, how could I forget him this year? They have used
Nathan Taylor, second-round pick.
Dude, they have
right,
used. I don't want to use the word absurd because it feels like it's negative.
Ruckert was a third-round pick,
You're
and
right.
he's not even going to play.
You're right. They have used an incredible amount of premium draft picks to build an offense.
Yes.
Look at what we just said. That's all in the last 4 or 5 years. First round pick after first round pick after first round pick after second round pick after second round pick. So they better have a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
When you use as much capital, you've got 2 wide receivers that you used first round picks on.
Right.
You've got a tight end that you used the first round pick on, a tight end you used the second round pick on, and a tight end you used the third round pick on. 2 tackles you used first round picks on, a guard you used the second round pick on. Like,
right,
dude.
Running back, second round pick. And even though it was via
Dude.
trade, A.D. Mitchell, he was a second round pick. Like, there's lots of talent.
That's
on the
why
offensive side of the
they
ball.
better be good.
Yeah.
Like, let's use the word better. And that's why I said at the top of the show, it's depressing to think about the Jet offensive rankings for the last decade because it's not just bad, it's towards the bottom. So my question to you on July 29th
Who has
is,
more pressure, Frank Reich or
No, they everyone has. Where are they going to rank? With all that capital, all that talent on this roster, is this a top 10 offense in the NFL, a top 15 offense,
Not
a top 20
10.
offense?
Not top 10. There's too many good offenses. In
So
the
what
NFL.
are they?
I think they're top half.
By the way, I'd sign for that in blood.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little violent. I'd sign for that in permanent ink. Because, again, the Jets haven't had a top-of-the-league offense rank-wise since 2015. Like, think about that.
That's top half or top 10?
Just top half.
Wow.
No. Top 10 is 2008. If you want top 10, we're going Brett Favre 2008. If you want top half of the league, there are 32 teams in the league. It just means top 16 offense in the National Football League. The Jets haven't had it since Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brandon Marshall and Todd Bowles in 2015.
That's a lot of boring football.
No, I know that. And that's why, like, it better be good.
Right.
Because, again, think about all the capital in draft picks, not just from this administration, obviously, but from the prior administrations to build this roster. Like, there's no excuse. So when people ask, why do you expect the offense to be good? Well, why?
Because they better be.
How many effing first and second round picks can one use before it becomes a functioning offense?
A butthole.
Thank you, Aaron.
You're gonna play that into the dirt, aren't you?
Just for today. I think it's a one-day thing. You think it sticks forever?
A butthole.
I mean, who doesn't love hearing that word?
Why are you laughing?
Why are you laughing works with everything, doesn't it? Let's go to Matt in Brooklyn. Hey, Matt.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First time, long time.
Appreciate you, man.
Welcome.
I wanted to touch on the quarterback situation. I think Tiki's 100% right that I don't think you got much with Gino. I don't know if Klubnik's the guy either. I think you're the quarterback that's going to lead you out of this darkness isn't on the team right now.
Right. He's in college.
Yeah, he's in college, or maybe I think you got to draft a quarterback to really build a Super Bowl caliber team. And it's kind of weird to say that with the Jets, but and I also just wanted to. I'm not joking. I'm kind of younger, and I'm confused why Diego Pavia is still a free agent. And I mean, he took Vanderbilt out of the slums. He just got cut by the Ravens. I think he would have been a sideshow for Lamar Jackson and the new coach. But I don't know. I don't know what you have with Brady Cook and Bailey Zappi, but I'd like to have him like maybe even as like a Jaxson Dart before he got the starting role, just as like a wildcat kind of guy. But
Where do you stand on this, T? Because I got a call last week after Diego Pavia was cut by the Ravens saying, would you want him?
Yeah.
And my answer is I'm conflicted. I think he's probably a jackass because he was already cut, and I don't think he's going to be a good quarterback in this league. But when you have the quarterback room that the Jets have, like, who am I to say no to anybody?
He's also very small for a quarterback.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
I mean, he just is. I saw that picture from the Heisman ceremony, whenever it was, whenever the ceremony was. And he is tiny.
Tiki, before you continue.
Compared to Fernando Mendoza. Now, with that being said,
hold on.
Fernando Mendoza is 6'5", 6'6", or whatever the heck he is.
Yes.
But he looked tiny.
Okay. The last time Tiki Barber went on the radio and continuously attacked a man's height and said he wasn't going to be good, you remember who that was?
Yoshi Yamamoto.
No, it wasn't.
Who was it then?
It was one of those little prospects that you guys just traded away for the Mets.
One of the little prospects.
Well, Caleb Durbin.
Which one?
Caleb, that was a Yankee prospect.
That was a Yankee prospect.
He was traded for Devin Williams. That was on Boston.
After Yamamoto. I think that's who he's thinking of.
No. It was Jet Williams.
It was Jet Williams.
Oh, okay.
Who was the other one?
Brandon Sproat wasn't tiny.
No, not Sproat. It was a fielder.
Acuna.
No, Acuna's.
Jonah Tong is still here, but he's tiny. Were you picking on him? You may have been. I just remember you attacking Yamamoto, and you really got that one wrong. No offense.
Be clear at this station.
It might have been Acuna and Jet.
Okay.
I think that's what
By the way, you've been right about them so far.
We just, to sum up the station, the athletes here, Boomer hates fat people, Tiki hates short people.
Yes.
Yes, because I'm short.
Yes.
Boomer's not fat, though.
Well.
That's true. That's a weird thing. That is a weird thing. Like, Tiki hates something that he is because he knows how difficult it is to be that good when you've got that battling you.
Yes.
If that makes any sense. Boomer's just fattest.
He is a fattest.
And he can't even respond because apparently he's going on like a 6-week vacation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever he comes back.
Whenever he comes back. But listen, when there's a blizzard, make sure we all get here to appease Boomer. Just make sure that happens.
But that still pisses you off, doesn't it?
Oh, it does.
Because
Nothing
Boomer
pisses
just
you
goes to his apartment that he has down here.
Yeah. Boomer's so out of touch with reality when it comes to snowstorms.
Tiki, there's a lot of very good short athletes who became, awesome.
Jose Altuve.
That is a good one. Can't deny that one. That's a true one. Let's go to Sal in Brooklyn. What's up, Sal?
Hey, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Kiki, you're not wrong, man. Use the word, and I'd rather hear the bleep than hear butthole. Come on, man. You know what I mean? It's an NFL locker room,
I agree.
man.
That's
all.
exactly
Simple.
what I said.
Simple, man. And you keep it moving. Like you said, keep it honest, keep it moving, and let me hear the beep. That's all. You're talking to the grown men that smash cans on their head for a living. Anyway, and also with the Jets, they're not a top half offense. With Geno Smith, I mean, you can have a great offensive line receivers. If you got a guy that's really not the conductor orchestrating all the pieces you put together in a band, you're still not making good music, man. So call it like it is. Play the kid. At least see what you have, knowing what you're going to draft next year anyway, man.
Yeah.
Geno Smith is not the answer, straight up.
Yeah, but wait a second. Let's be fair about this. So in the 3 years in Seattle where he had success, the Seattle Seahawks offensive rankings were 9th, 17th, and 18th.
Yeah.
So one of them top 10, which would be amazing. The other two slightly out of the top half of the league, but would be significant improvement over what we've seen from the Jets for the last decade. Is Geno Smith capable of at least matching that? And we saw it in Seattle. Yes or no?
I was going to go running back, but I think Breece Hall is better than Kenneth Walker. But is there a DK Metcalf and a Tyler Lockett?
Well, I think there's a Garrett Wilson, and we'll see what Omar Cooper becomes. A.D. Mitchell, I don't have as much confidence in, but he has a world of talent. And they've got two really talented tight ends.
Okay, is there a Jackson Smith and Jigba?
Well, I said we have Garrett Wilson.
No, don't forget those 3 years. It was DK and Tyler Lockett and Jackson Smith.
Do they have a wide receiver room that good? Is that what you're asking me?
That's
the answer
exactly
is,
what I'm
as
asking.
of right now, the answer to that is no.
Exactly.
There are questions about what Cooper and AD can be, and so I don't want to put a ceiling on them. But no, it'd be foolish for me to say those guys are as good. No.
Yeah. So
they can't be. Is your point?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't trust that Geno is going to be the player that everybody's pining for that he was in Seattle. Now, part of that's just because he's older. He had 2 really bad seasons as it pertained to turnovers, 17 interceptions last year, 15 the year before that. So as you mentioned, 32 in the last 2 years, which is egregiously horrible. But then the year before, he led the league in completion percentage. It was almost 70% completion percentage. So who is he? And so the only thing I can do is take what I hear about him from the offseason, and I don't remember hearing anything other than the negativity.
Yeah, there was nothing but that during this offseason.
And again, I know he was at the OTAs and the mini camp, but nothing came out of there. Like, did we hear anything about Geno from the mini camps?
No, but what do you want to hear? That he looks amazing?
I don't know. That he looks like he's a good leader. I don't know. I want to hear something.
Well, you heard Garrett Wilson say he thinks the team's going to be special. Yeah. So you would think that has something to do with who the quarterback is.
Or he's had so many quarterbacks, he doesn't even care who his quarterback is.
Garrett Wilson has had I feel bad. Sean keeps getting on me because I made the comment on the radio yesterday or 2 days ago. I felt bad for Anthony Volpe, which is like a crime. I'm not allowed to say that. Even though there was a small part of me that felt bad for Anthony Volpe, I've now been attacked. Well, I'm going to do it again.
All right.
I feel bad for Garrett Wilson.
How many quarterbacks?
Let's go through them.
Yeah.
You want to play that game?
Yeah, let's. This is year 5 because he's talked about it.
Zach Wilson.
Yep.
Mike Bleepin White.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I forgot about Mike.
Josh Johnson.
No, there was one other one in that Mike
White.
Well,
I'm not done yet.
Oh, keep going.
Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, Brady Cook, Aaron Rodgers.
Wasn't there?
I'm up to 7.
Wasn't there a Streveler in there?
Chris Streveler.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're already at 8.
Did he ever even play with Brady Cook?
You know why it's a good? He probably didn't. You're right because of the injury.
because that was last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, he was hurt early.
He probably missed him. But
But he did play with Streveler.
Yeah.
So there's 7.
Zach Wilson, Mike White, Aaron. I mean, it's an absurd amount of people.
Tim Boyle?
Tim Boyle is another one. Timmy can sling
it
it.
is 8.
Yeah.
Joe says Trevor Siemian. Was that
Trevor Siemian is another one. Dude, this list keeps
9?
going.
that's not even counting the Brady Cook.
And here's the best part. I sometimes, like during breaks, I want to give myself an assignment. I'm going to break down Garrett Wilson's stats
with
each
joint
quarterback.
Did you say Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, we said Aaron. We didn't say him first. We sort of buried him in the middle of the whole thing, but yeah.
Same old Jet.
We got him in there.
It's like he wants to bury his Jet tenure. And he goes and does a retrospective on his career.
Yeah, it's going to be like Jordan with the Wizards. Like you just make believe it didn't happen. More of your calls coming up at 888-808-1019. Our thoughts on what happened with the Yankees last night. And Robert Saleh is the Jets' first opponent this year, and apparently he's been talking trash.
All gas, no break.
Get to that coming up. It's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash till 2 this afternoon.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
The Philadelphia Eagles signed star defensive tackle Jalen Carter to an extension worth over $100 million guaranteed. And it seems like a great move as long as Carter keeps his head on straight. And as far as the Eagles defense goes, it is absolutely in the running to be the #1 defense in the NFL this season, along with Seattle, Denver, and Houston. The upside very high for the Eagles defense. I'm Nick Custos.
I love a girls' weekend, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
You can usually find me in the kitchen, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm still in the mix with Skyrizi to treat my joint symptoms.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe at 4 months.
Or if you're an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve, but my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Orgavada Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for Fios customers with AutoPay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
MyLowe's Pro Rewards members. Save big during Lowe's Pro Savings Days. Get your member volume discount plus an extra 5% off eligible orders with a quote of $2,000 or more. And buy more and save more with up to 20% off in-stock molding when you spend $250 or more. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 7/31. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Can't be combined with any contract or special pricing. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
Start the day with Boomer and Gio, mornings 6 to 10 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Well, I did do the research, and it is mind-blowing. Gerrit Wilson, who I mentioned before the break I feel bad for, he does think that this year is going to be special for the Jets. And I said I feel bad for Gerrit because he's this great talent who's had a million different quarterbacks. I have a breakdown of receptions for Gerrit Wilson per quarterback he played with.
Yeah, and we forgot an obvious one.
We forgot somebody major because we were running off the top of our head all the randos that he played with, and we forgot Joe Flacco. How do you forget Joe Flacco?
That was a pretty extended time.
Yes. He actually caught 37 passes from Joe Flacco.
There you go.
So here's the complete list. It's actually 10 different quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, Mike White, Joe Flacco, Tyrod Taylor, Trevor Siemian, Josh Johnson, Tim Boyle, and Chris Streveler. He did not play with Brady Cook last year. Cook took over late in the year. Gerrit Wilson was already out for the season.
We also forgot Tyrod Taylor.
And no, I mentioned Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, did you?
Yes. And this year, he's going to add at least one to that list, but maybe more.
Right.
He's adding Geno Smith. And Sean was already telling me, as the Jets have had their first practice, that Ralph Acciano is tweeting about Cade Klubnik and how good he looks.
Yeah, apparently he said Geno Smith looked shaky at times, and the real quarterback to watch in this camp is Cade Klubnik.
Well, I think he's a guy to watch, even if it's
somebody on this show played football.
What does that mean? What did we do wrong?
I have a flag football championship, man.
Well, hold on. He hasn't done anything yet.
But I watched him play in college.
Has the guy started yet for the Jets?
No.
Don't take your bows yet then, big man.
Okay.
This is the problem when Evan's running around with the kids missing college football games.
That's
He's
right.
very unaware.
Just because
how come Saturdays
he
are
was
the fall?
taken in the 4th round? What, he's a superstar now?
No, but he was projected to be a good player.
Okay. Do you think he's starting for the Jets at the beginning of this season? The answer is no.
Yes.
He's starting once the Jets are out of it and they want to evaluate what they have on the roster.
Watch how I get a clickable meme.
What?
Cade Klubnik will be the starting quarterback for the New York Jets.
When?
To start the season.
Oh, come on.
Why don't we do that long-term bet, Evan? We do everything else. When is Cade Klubnik's first start?
We've already done it, Sean.
Did we?
Yes.
When?
Right after the draft.
We absolutely did.
So we picked the NBA Finals 5 times in a year. Should we reevaluate?
No, we can't go back on this
We
one.
can't go back on this. It was literally right after the draft because they did draft a quarterback in the 4th round. And Tiki probably said the same stuff, which is, hey, I watched him. He's pretty impressive. I'm like, I don't know. And we all guessed when the Jets would be out of it enough to watch him, to view him, because that's the way this is going to work.
That's the difference. That's the difference. This isn't the conversation we're having today, which is this Jet offense, because of all the high draft picks, could actually be pretty good.
Right.
Let's change our expectation for the Jet offense simply because of the talent that's on this Jet offense. And that's what we're having now. A while ago, it was, this team's going to be bad. When is Cade Klubnik going to play?
Right.
I see. So it's a different conversation.
And I do remember at the time saying to you guys, no matter how good he looks, you still have to draft a quarterback in the first round.
Yes.
The following year. I'm not going to fall in love with him.
That I agreed with.
Yes.
Because it's okay to have a fourth rounder and a first rounder. You can't have 2 first rounders.
I know. It's unorthodox. It's not a normal thing.
And let's be honest. I mean, the elephant in the room is we made those picks the day of the draft. That was before. How many different police incidents were we made aware of this offseason with Geno where tape makes you think twice about him?
At least 3.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to end up making a difference.
No, I don't. And look,
it's not that, but it makes you think about it.
It doesn't.
It just makes you think about his decisions.
If Cade Klubnik does enough to be so impressive in training camp, similarly as you brought up to Jaxson Dart a year ago, or Russell Wilson more than a decade ago, that would be amazing. That'd be great. That's not something I'd be mad at. It's just not something I expect. Now, quick thing before we get back to your calls. Fireman Ed was on with my buddy, Sean and him don't get along, Jake Asman. Who does a great...
Don't put that juju on me.
That's the vibe I get. I like Jake. You have a weird thing with Jake. I don't understand it.
Closest with Jake at anybody here in the station.
Okay, you can be close to him, but there seems like, I don't know. I get a weird vibe.
People think we
from you.
hate each other.
What happened? There was a rift?
No, there's no rift.
Well, tell us what happened.
Nothing
What
happened
between you and Jake? For those who are not aware, Jake does a great job. He has a Jet YouTube show that's awesome. I've been on a couple of times. I think he does a great job.
He built himself up from the ground up. He should be nothing but proud. Can he be a little bit of a pig on social media at times? I'm sure he'd be the first to admit. Yes, he could be.
Wow. Okay. Well, Jake had Fireman Ed on, and listen to what Fireman Ed said. And I appreciate that Ed did this because Robert Saleh has a big freaking mouth, as we know. Remember him texting our guy Joe B?
Yeah.
My
bad.
And then Joe B was the one who accidentally revealed the messages on the radio, and it was my bad. I apologize. Here's what Robert Saleh's doing now behind the scenes, and Fireman Ed was very quick to tell Jake and the Jet fans exactly what Saleh's been saying recently.
A little birdie that was out in Tahoe that told me that Saleh said they were going to beat our ass. That came directly from Saleh. I can't say who said it to me, but he said, we're going to beat their ass. I said, oh, baby, put that on them. Put that on the board.
Yeah, he's going to beat our ass.
All gas, no brake.
Good. I want every Jet
all gas, no brake.
to know that Robert Saleh, who did very little as head coach of this team, and usually would lose the week 1 game. That was kind of the track record. And so is the Jets' track record. Every revenge game the Jets play, they lose.
Right.
Sam Darnold, we lose. Aaron Rodgers, we lose. Robert Saleh's running his mouth. Okay. I think it's time for Aaron Glenn,
a butthole,
to respond and beat that ass right back because that's a game you better win.
Yes, Aaron Glenn versus Brian Dable. That's what we're going to see in week 1.
Oh, Brian Dable, I forgot about him. Yeah, but he isn't opening his big fat mouth.
Of course he's not.
Robert Saleh.
He's just coaching.
He's just coaching. Robert Saleh's telling everybody, oh, we're going to whip that ass. Okay, all right.
Wandell Robinson just ran past D'Angelo Ponce.
Don't say that. You're supposed to be on our side in this.
Here's the truth.
What are you doing?
Right. And then Gerrit Wilson went around and ran by Cordell Flott.
Yeah, there you go.
Evan, you're gonna hate this, but I have to think about myself here. I don't want the Titans winless going into their Giants game in week 3 or 4.
Why?
Because I don't want them as desperate.
Oh, stop. If you're better than the Titans, you'll whip that ass. You don't have to worry about that.
I don't want them desperate. They're already going to have a lot of lines. It's a bunch of ex-Giants playing that game. I need them to beat the Jets week 1. Take the hunger out.
You're so selfish. We're talking about the Jets right now. We're talking about Robert Saleh, apparently, and I believe Fireman Eddie has no reason to lie, is walking around talking like a big shot that they're going to whip the Jets' ass.
All gas, no brake.
And I want revenge. And you're like, well, I got to think about the Giants here. You know, we play them. Shut up. Let's whip the Titans' ass.
You know what? You want me to shut up? Then I'll remember that. Come November 30th, when you go, Sean, you know what game we could play? Let's explain what works best for the Giants on the schedule. Who you want to win and why you don't want to win.
That's in November. This is the first week.
I'm getting ahead of it. At least I'm consistent. Right from week 1, I'm telling you who I want to win and lose.
Week 1, you have a rooting interest in an AFC team because it somehow helps you?
Yes.
Back in November, when we get to November, he'll remember the Titans.
Good job.
Tiki, that's a great job.
Robert Saleh comes across a little bit like an ass. I got to tell you. I don't like that. He's walking around. You know what bothers me about that? Like
he's probably in like Vegas at some golf event, and it's just people are, hey, what about the Giants or the Jets? And he's like, yeah, we're kicking their ass. That's what you say.
When the hawk swoops down to grab the mouse, and who's really the mouse? And the best teams coach themselves.
That's what I wanted, Sean. I wanted you to bring back your old mocking of Robert Saleh.
I just wish he wasn't a nice guy because,
It
man.
wasn't the hawk with the mouse. It was the hawk.
Who knows?
In the eagle
Wake
or
up
something?
and stop being an ass.
Whatever it was. Why doesn't he bring in that magician who lies again in the Titans? Speak to him, too.
What was that guy's name again?
I forgot. Remember? Oh, I properly predicted the Super Bowl. No, you didn't. You had the Jets in it.
I agree with you. 888-808-1019. Let's go to John in Pennsylvania. Hey, John.
Hey.
Hey, Evan, Tiki, Sean. I have two things for you, if you guys don't mind. And actually, let me just say thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it.
First and foremost, Sean, it's nice to see that you're positive again about the Giants. I love that. I really think you're super influential, and I think a lot of people kind of go with what you say. So it was important to me that, you're kind of with me on that.
Appreciate you.
Teak, always Giants love.
Thank you.
Evan, man, I have two parts, okay? And one, I'm going to kind of get on you, and the other one, room for optimism. I'll start with optimism. On paper, I think the Jets roster is filthy, okay? I think Mason Taylor from LSU, I'm a big LSU fan, by the way. I think Mason Taylor's a sleeper that probably isn't getting enough, credit or, kind of appreciation. Obviously, Gerrit Wilson coming back is going to be great. I think Omar Cooper is going to be awesome. Obviously, you got Sadiq, if he can ever stay healthy with whatever that kind of back issue was. Obviously, the offensive line speaks for itself. I think the running game is just nasty. Defense, okay? I don't love it. I think that's where, kind of my reasoning for being negative kind of leads into Aaron Glenn being awful.
Same.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of seeing like a 5-win, maybe 6-win team. And if anything, if Geno could just be decent, it'd be very much like 2015 Giants where we could put up points, but we couldn't stop anybody. The reason for negativity, though, really is you hire a defensive coordinator that's his superpower is calling plays, and yet the team managed to have 0 interceptions. You bring in ancient statues and Minka and Demario Davis. I don't think you're going to be good. Now, the other part, I'm going to get on you if you don't mind. I'll let you guys go. Where did Jet fans get off in talking trash to Giants fans, considering that you guys haven't made the playoffs since I was 14 years old? You haven't won a playoff game in that stadium.
What trash?
And the Giants won a Super Bowl there.
What trash?
Jet fans in general.
What trash have I talked about the Giants lately?
Well, I'm saying Jets fans in general.
Well, I can't speak for Jet fans in general. I can speak for me. If anything, I've been way too optimistic about the John Harbaugh Giants.
Yeah.
But if you have an issue with Jet fans talking trash, maybe that's Craig, call him up and give him crap. Don't give me crap because I haven't talked trash yet. Now, maybe I will at some point, and then you have every right to get on me. But I think for this season, this one specifically, not last year or the year before, because I'm sure I have said plenty of things, some of which turned out to be true, about not believing in the Giants and the head coach and all that kind of crap. But not this year. This year, it's very separate, and this year I do believe in the New York Giants. But back to your point about the Jets, we're actually very much in agreement that my biggest wonder and issue about this team being good this year, because that's the first step. Right. It's not about the draft. It's not about the future. It's about this year being good. They have 8 new starters on defense.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of turnover with this defense. Talent-wise, I'm not sure how good it is. And Aaron Glenn is a defensive play caller. Put it this way. Aaron Glenn wasn't hired because he's Buddy Ryan as a play caller.
Right.
He was hired because of the motivation and his history with the Jets and being a leader among men and really probably that CEO line that we use for a lot of coaches. He was not hired because we think he's a defensive mastermind. Yet, he's put his head coaching career on being a defensive mastermind.
Yeah.
Because one of the big changes this year is that he's calling the plays. And like he said,
play call is my superpower. Really.
It's a superpower.
He's calling the defensive plays, even though he did hire a defensive coordinator who nobody knows who he is, Brian Duker.
Yes, former Dolphin assistant. Yes.
So either way, but he's taking charge. That's why you hire a head coach, former head coach, as your offensive coordinator so that he can have the offense, kind of like Saleh did in Tennessee, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Where Brian Dable is going to handle the offense. He'll handle the defense. But that also creates a weird dynamic sometimes. It's a to be determined in a lot of different avenues during a pressure season for this Jets staff.
I have a bugaboo, I don't know if Sean's picked up on it because he would probably try to take advantage of it all the time. The thing that annoys me is when people want you to defend the fandoms of other people.
Yes.
Okay? I cannot. It's like when Tommy used to say the Mets are big brother. Don't call me up and say, why do you say the Mets are big brother? I never said it. It's why when Craig claimed a few months ago I said it, I pulled the audio and said he's a liar or he's just wrong. And he backed off because he knows he didn't have it. I never said that kind of crap. I don't appreciate that. Just like now, why are you talking trash about the Giants? Why am I talking trash about the Giants? I'm more positive about the Giants than the face of Giant football, Sean Morash.
He's talking about your people.
Well,
why are your people?
Well, then talk to the people. I don't speak for all Jet fans, just like I don't speak for all Met fans or all Net fans. We're all different, just like Sean doesn't speak for all Yankee fans, or Big Mac doesn't speak for all Yankee fans. It's annoying to tell people, go defend that other person. If I didn't say it, just like it's like someone calling up Sean saying, why'd you defend Darren Boone? Well, I didn't defend Boone, but Big Mac did. Okay, call Big Mac. The hell do you want me to do?
Yeah, I think you're right and wrong. I think also, Evan,
am I wrong?
What comes with the power of this microphone in front of us on WFAN?
I have to defend everybody who roots for the teams I root for?
No, but you also have to have an understanding of if you're not really in the majority of your fan base with your thoughts, understand that the fan base is feeling this way, and I think you have to kind of speak for them, but say, this is not how I feel, but I get why.
Okay, so Jet fans are taunting the Giants? Because that's what he brought up to me, and I have not done that this year.
I have gotten that sense on social.
On what accord?
Basically,
what are
the
they
idea
taunting
of
about?
you guys stink, and John Harbaugh's not going to change anything, and Jaxson Dart stinks. That has basically been. But here's the way I have interpreted it.
So they're
sounds like a lot of bitter Jet fans.
Yeah, they're dampening the optimism that the Giant fans now have because of what the roster and the coaching staff.
And what you do is you just don't pay attention to that.
Yeah,
that's
of course.
And that's all.
Should I pay attention to this? I've been sent old audio.
Of?
It involves you.
Okay. What is it?
You talking a year ago about teams that only start rookie quarterbacks when they, quote, have no other options.
Okay.
Unless you're saying Geno Smith is a no other option.
Isn't that the point of what we've been talking about?
Nah, because I think Geno is an option.
I get you, Dan, what you're trying to do. But my point is, I have said this multiple times. I am worried about what the hell is going on with Geno Smith. 4 years ago, I was all on the Geno Smith train. Lately, I have no idea. His performance was horrendous a year ago. I watched the tape. I did it right when they signed him. I was like, what is he even thinking? And so I almost blame the coaching staff, Chip Kelly, because he looks so lost as a starting quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders. And so with that in mind, and then hearing all of this stuff that is unrelated to football, distracting him as he gets ready for football, it's like, what are you doing with yourself?
All right. Good try, Dan. You didn't have anything there.
It's just, you don't have an option if Geno Smith is not any good.
Let me skip the line because this caller wants to get on Sean Morash for being worried about the Titans, and I appreciate that. So Lewis in Manhattan, the floor is yours, Lewis.
Take him to task.
Evan, I appreciate you, first off. Love the Rico.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to do it, even we're not having the best season right now. Tiki,
yeah.
Thank you for everything you've done for the Giants.
Thank you, brother.
Sean, where is your Giants pride, my friend?
I got it all over me, man. I'm 10 steps ahead of everybody.
Every day, I listen to the station, and you are terrified to even have a little bit of hope and a little bit of optimism. You're already saying, I don't want the Titans to come in desperate. Are you kidding me, dude?
No.
Are you serious?
Hold on, I'm going to defend myself.
We're in July. It's the end of July.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, how about good for me for thinking ahead? Because can we all agree on something there, Lewis? Is there a better chance?
Sean.
Is there a better chance the Giants start 0-2 or 2-0?
Better chance that we start off 2-0.
I disagree with that. I would love it, but I think if we're being honest, they're playing two difficult games. I think they'll probably beat Dallas. So I
think it's 1-1. Let's split the baby.
All right, let's split the baby. But that's why I didn't include. I said better chance of which of those two options. I say that to say, could you imagine the Giants being 0-2 now? The amount of pressure knowing Brian Dable, Cordell Flott, Wan'Dale Robinson, Daniel Bellinger and company are coming into MetLife, and the Giants need to win that game.
Okay, but aren't they then now desperate?
Yes, they're both. I would rather play them in that scenario if they're 1-1 and they have a little edge off. I don't want to play a desperate team while I'm desperate. That's all I'm saying. I'm figuring out every schedule scenario. I'm 15 steps ahead of Lewis, and good for me for that. I'm not just sitting here in July. I've thought about every schedule scenario to come. I don't know what I just said.
Yeah, what you said is that you're scared of the Titans in week 3. That's what you said.
And by the Why? I'm Mr. Negative? I'm the only one who's pounding the drum on why the Rams coming off an Australia game in week 1 gives the Giants the win in week 2. Everybody else is, Matt Stafford. Get lost.
So the Tennessee Titans open the season against the Jets, as we all know. They play the Giants the 3rd week of the season. Do you know who they play week 2?
The Titans play a playoff team in week 2.
Since you're a million steps ahead and you're breaking every angle down. No, don't look it up. Put your freaking hand down.
All right.
Stare at me. Stare at me.
All right. I
Look
know
into my
they
eyes.
host the Eagles in week 2.
You looked it up.
No, I didn't. I told you they played a playoff team.
You looked it up, man.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
How did you think I knew there's a chance they're 0-2 if the Jets win?
I don't know.
You don't want them being desperate.
It's just... I've made the comment, and look, we all get this, that everything comes back to a certain topic. Like, for me, it's probably the Mets or the Nats. Like, everything comes back to the Mets. But with Sean, it's true. Everything comes back to the Giants. We were merely talking about how Fireman Ed told Jake Asman that, hey, Robert Sala's been talking a lot of crap about week 1. And I said, boy, we got to stick it to him. And Sean's response is, well, I need the Titans to win because I can't have them be 0-2. Like, come on, man.
Evan, separate your Jet fandom since you don't speak for every Jet fan. If you told me objectively, Sean, give me a rooting guide in week 1 about the Giants schedule, you don't think that makes the rooting guide?
You know what? I will back down on this regard. Brand new segment. Every Friday, the Sean Moore Ask Giants rooting guide.
Fine.
And I want
Easy
it. I want
peasy.
it. And it's got to be condensed. Like, don't go too long with it. I'd say a good 90-second breakdown, maybe even shorter. Every game on the schedule, who a Giant fan should be rooting for.
You know
Done.
what? I love it. And
You
know
love
what?
that.
So that it is condensed, I'll prepackage the whole segment. We'll hit the play button.
I like it. A prepackaged Giant fan rooting guide. So even games that in no world should have any rooting interest to you, you will give a reason, even one like the Jet Titan reason, on why as a Giant fan you should be rooting a
In
certain
fact,
way.
it's my strength. I will do that, no problem.
Good job by you. Let's go to Mike in Belmore. What's up, Mike?
Hey, I got a big Jet point, but I got to defend Sean quickly because you never want to play a team 0-2, regardless of what your record is, because they go 0-3. Their season's pretty much over statistically in terms of making the playoffs.
Thank you.
That being said about the Jets, the problem, Tiki mentioned this earlier, we always seem to have, especially the last 15 years, we have a coach who does not know both sides of the ball. And Frank Reich is pretty much auditioning in 2026 this year for the head coaching job next year. My question is, I know it sounds crazy. We haven't had stability at the quarterback position, I feel like, since Chad Pennington 20 years ago. Is Baker Mayfield a question at 32 years old, matured, the moxie, can handle New York, and we load up defensively with 3 first-round picks? And that being said, we also have probably 2 top 10 picks and a pick between the Rams and the Cowboys where you could take your quarterback in a deep class.
I can't see Baker Mayfield leaving Tampa. I think
that's not the question, though. You're taking the easy way out because look, you're probably right. Let's couch that immediately. Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield are very likely to work something out for both parties. He's had success there. I agree with you. But in a world in which they decide, you know what, we don't want to pay him, we're gonna start over, we're gonna do something different. Would you, as the Jets, go after I guess at the time he'll be 32 years old, prime of his career, let's assume he stays healthy this year, there's nothing crazy, and take the approach he laid out, which is, hey, I'm going to use my draft capital, and I'm going to load up on defense?
Answer is yes.
So you would go after him?
100%.
Do you agree with the thesis? You just don't think Baker's available?
I just don't think he's going to be available. I just know how they feel about him down there. But let's think about it just from a rational football X's and O's or front office standpoint. What do you pay Baker Mayfield? Because he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
Top money?
But every good quarterback who's about his age that's getting paid goes and makes $60 million. $60+ million.
That.
But is Baker Mayfield actually worth that?
No.
Exactly. And so if you're the Buccaneers, what are you paying him? I think that's why they're in an impasse. They want to take care of him. They want to give him a 4-year deal or whatever the number, but they don't want to pay him $250 million.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you're going to be right. He's going to stay in Tampa. But just in case that doesn't happen, here's the wrestling match you have as a Jet fan. Our last caller laid it out beautifully. You got all this draft capital. You may have multiple top 10 picks. Wouldn't it be something if the quarterback position is settled?
Yeah.
And you're using that to build a defense?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. The negative to that, though, is you're investing so much of your cap now into this veteran quarterback as opposed to drafting a young quarterback where you have that advantage for 4 or 5 years like the Giants have, where you're not paying this really good quarterback a lot of money. But in the Jets' case, you get certainty at a position that is defined by uncertainty.
Yeah. And so I think I would love the Jets. Let's just say that this doesn't work out. This 2026 season doesn't work out. I would love the Jets to all of a sudden just flip the script on what they've been trying to do, honestly, since Geno Smith was drafted. Find their quarterback.
They've been doing it long before that.
but you get what I'm getting at.
Yes, I do.
It's like they're desperate to find that guy. So why not flip it and just go get the best, whoever's available pass rusher there is, or the best cornerback there is, best linebacker. Go start trading to win now.
Yeah,
like the Rams did.
Yeah.
Right. Just because what you're doing doesn't work. You're either hiring the wrong executives to evaluate the talent. This young talent either is good enough but not quite good enough. They disgruntled here. You end up trading them, or they suck, or whatever. Try something different. If this season doesn't work out, I think it's time for the Jets to try something completely different.
Yeah, and it's different than Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre because Baker Mayfield will be 32, not 39 or 38.
Right.
It's not like you're getting a guy at the very end of his career. Speaking of drafting Geno Smith, on this week's edition of the Tiki Time Machine, we go back to the WFAN station reaction to the Jet decision to draft Geno Smith. That coming up, plus more of your calls at 888-808-1019. Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you, at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. From Connecticut to Maine, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Call now. Be caller number 4 at 866-540-WFAN. That's 866-540-9326. Your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses at MetLife Stadium on August 12th from our friends at Live Nation. To purchase tickets, visit livenation.com. Tune in tomorrow to the Carton Show at 3 p.m. for another chance to win. And this portion of the program is sponsored by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
Keep listening all this week for your chance to score a pair to see Guns N' Roses at MetLife Stadium August 12th. Tickets available now at livenation.com. It's all from our friends at Live Nation and The Fan.
I'm Galen, co-founder of Brooklyn SolarWorks. With my Chase Inc. Business Premier Card, I get unlimited 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more. So everything we buy to run our solar business gives us cash back that we put back into the neighborhood, donating solar panels to community gardens.
Chase Inc. Cashback built for every business. Find the right card at chase.com/inc. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Your sales team has the talent. They've got the tools. They don't have time to close the deals you need to win unless they have sales with AI. SAILES.com. Sales.com is pipeline as infrastructure. Always on, always prospecting in the background. No logins, no data entry, just real opportunities delivered to your reps. The future of sales is SAILES.com.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Allstate is Metro New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the tri-state area. We're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
I scream. You scream. We all scream. Because Wendy's famous small classic Frosty is just $1 for a limited time. More screaming, happy screaming, summer screaming, $1 small classic Frosty screaming! But please don't scream in the drive-thru. It hurts the employees' ears. Get a $1 small classic Frosty for a limited time, only at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. A la carte only, not valid for delivery. Limit 10 per transaction. Price may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Tune in for the Yankees' first pitch presented by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees.
If you're a small business owner, choosing the right wireless provider can make a huge difference. Trust me on this. That's why I've always and only partnered with Verizon Business. Their My Biz plan makes it easy to build a wireless plan that fits the exact way you work. Period. Stop. Get the flexibility and reliability your business deserves, including built-in security or international calling. Connect with a Verizon Business rep today at verizon.com/bizfans and get started right away.
Right now, you can grab a full breakfast at Dunkin' for $6. That's 2 wake-up wrap sandwiches and a medium hot or iced coffee, all for $6. It's quick, easy, and covers your whole morning, all in one stop. Did I mention it's filling and delicious? It's a full breakfast. It's a great value, and it just makes mornings easier. So next time you're at Dunkin', don't overthink it. Order the Dunkin' $6 meal deal. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply. Head home in a new Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. The Mercedes-Benz Welcome Home Celebration is here, where you'll find exceptional opportunities to drive home luxury. Now with special offers on the versatile GLC and GLE SUVs and C-Class sedan. Whether you choose gas, hybrid, or all-electric, Mercedes-Benz of Edison will help you find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. But hurry, the Welcome Home Celebration ends August 31st. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison, where luxury feels like home.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
A cool and crisp Modelo tastes good. But you know what tastes even better? That survived the evening rush Modelo. That post-12-hour shift Modelo. That fought for every rebound Modelo. That just clocked out on a Friday Modelo. That Modelo you earned is just better. That Modelo is the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Showers and thunderstorms, high 79.
Weather brought to you by Duke's Mayo. Welcome to Duke's Mayo Country, where the mayo is so smooth and creamy, it makes every bite better. Duke's Mayo. Look for the yellow lid.
The conversation never stops on The Carton Show. Join Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle weekdays from 2 to 7. Call 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Old Timers Day for the Yankees is Saturday, August 8th. They've announced the roster, the attendees, and we have 4 newcomers to Yankee Old Timers Day. Dylan Betances, Todd Frazier, Adam Ottavino, and David Weathers, father of Ryan Weathers. And on top of that, if you are a Mets ticket holder to the game on Sunday, August 30th, well, first of all, sorry. Second of all, the team stinks so bad they've been flexed out of Sunday Night Baseball. The game is being moved to 3 p.m. in favor of the Reds and Cubs on NBC that night.
The Mets were supposed to be Sunday Night Baseball?
Mets-Astros was the previously scheduled.
I thought you meant this Sunday. I was very confused.
No, I said August 30th.
For some reason, I thought you said July 30th, which would have been tomorrow anyway.
Sorry. And this Fan Focus was sponsored by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Well, thank you for letting us know. I think the newsworthy item from Yankees Old Timers Day is that Adam Ottavino is really not trying to make a comeback. Because remember, he pitched last year in Major League Baseball.
Did he really?
Yeah. I know that sounds nuts, but Adam Ottavino was around. And now he's obviously done TV work. He's was on NBC. He's been on SNY. So he's kind of creating a TV career. Now he's going to be at Yankees Old Timers Day in a couple of weeks.
Did the Mets do their 86 celebration yet?
This Saturday.
Okay, I knew there was somewhere. I read it. So how about this double dip? So I'm assuming Doc will be there, and then he's trotting out for Yankee Old Timers Day.
That's the following week, though.
Yeah, Doc, back-to-back weekends, handing both New York pots. Good for him.
Well, that's George's fault. George had a fetish with collecting former 86 Mets. So that's more of a George Steinbrenner thing. That's part of his legacy.
Your Mets have a fetish with collecting former current Yankees.
Yeah, but that was because they think that they will help them win. In George's case, it was like this weird fascination with 86. No, you're right. I mean, Darryl and Doc, to a degree, they did, yeah. Especially Darryl. Not as much Doc, but sure, I get that.
And there's one other note from Old Timers I think is kind of interesting. We will see Clay Bellinger play baseball in a Yankee uniform at Yankee Stadium again before we see Cody Bellinger.
It's funny to think about all the fathers. Ryan Weathers, Clay Bellinger. And I saw them play.
George Lombard.
Yeah, George Lombard. Well, he's a little different.
Yeah, of course.
A utility player, but still. What else? No, I guess so was Clay Bellinger. Anyhow, for the second straight week, we bring back a segment until Tiki says he's bored with it, called the Tiki Time Machine. We went back into the WFAN archives, and we will guess what all the main host's opinion was on a certain topic. In this case, and it's very timely, the Jets' decision to draft Geno Smith in the second round of the 2013 NFL Draft. Now, there were other Jets stories around this. One being they also announced that they were cutting Tim Tebow, and the other story is, what do you do with Mark Sanchez?
Yes.
Now, we ended up getting the answer that Sanchez would remain on the roster. They had a competition, and then Mark got hurt in the Snoopy Bowl. But at this moment, there was a debate on, do you cut Mark Sanchez? Do you keep him around? Is there a competition? And Tim Tebow was cut. So there was a lot going on. It was also in the midst of a Knicks-Celtics playoff series and a Nets-Bulls playoff series. So there was a lot going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin the game, of course, the theme song to the Tiki Time Machine.
Who said what back in the day? Tiki's gonna guess it anyway. Was Evan pumped? Was Boomer mad? Was Mike falling asleep or really sad? Roll the tape, don't make him wait. He's guessing every frozen take, right or wrong. It's all good fun. Tiki's time machine has begun. Guessing old WFAN opinions.
Let's kick it off with the morning show back then, Boomer and Carton, with one Boomer Esiason, quarterback, former quarterback of the Jets. What do you think his opinion overall was on the drafting of Geno Smith?
I think Boomer loved quarterbacks. So I think he liked Geno Smith, even though he didn't see him play a lot at West Virginia. But it would be better than the Mark Sanchez, Tim Tebow era.
Well, when Geno was drafted, he made a comment about how he's going to be the franchise quarterback. And that is what Boomer wanted to focus on. This is where you play it now.
I know. I just realized there were 2 Boomers. Hold on.
Yes, there was.
For a guy like Geno Smith to think that he's going to come in and pick up that playbook and know it and be able to execute it flawlessly on the field of play, he's kidding himself.
Right. I don't mind that because he's a kid and he's all amped up about being drafted.
But you're right. So
I don't mind him saying that crap.
But the other thing, too, you have to remember, it's not just him learning the system. It's all the guys around him learning the system.
Right.
So he was bothered by the comments.
He was bothered by the comments, but didn't really get a sense of what he felt about Geno.
No, but you got more, because here's another clip of Boomer Esiason when talked about the fact that Geno was going to wear Boomer's number 7. What did Boomer say about that?
You think Geno Smith even knows you wore number 7 for the Jets?
I don't even think Geno Smith knows who I am. but he'll find out.
Very quickly.
And who's the guy on the radio talking badly about me?
I haven't talked badly about him.
You're going to when he throws 3 picks and runs from 9 yards.
What's amazing is watching a young man grow up in a league that's very difficult to play in. I don't suspect that he's going to have the success that a lot of those guys had last year simply because he doesn't have the team around.
He was very critical. Again,
he was also talking about the team, how bad the team was around him.
And that he wasn't equipped to have success.
Yeah, but that was Craig just baiting him, though.
You think?
That was such, easy bait. That's chum in the water.
The best line was, he'll find out who I am. Such a cocky but true comment from Boomer. All right, his partner at the time was Craig. You heard a little bit of him. What do you think Craig's opinion was?
Craig loved it.
You think so? You're saying he's always been a Jet show?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Craig's opinion on the drafting of Geno Smith from 2013.
Here's the thing I don't get, and I'm a diehard Jet fan. I'm not against this pick, and I know I'm in the minority of that. But here's why: for the last 3 years, myself and most Jet fans included have all said the same thing. We got to get a legitimate backup for Sanchez, a guy that's going to press him, a guy that's a threat to his job security. I like it because it's what I've been asking for the last 3 years. So while most Jet fans, you included, it makes no sense. What are we doing moving? We got Geno Smith. Why would you do that? I've been asking him to do it for 3 years now. So the New York Jets, to me, did what I wanted him to do. They got a credible guy to push Mark Sanchez, and who knows, maybe overtake him. Why is that a negative?
It's not.
I thought that was a very balanced take.
What happened to Mark Sanchez?
So he got hurt.
Then
he was done. At that point, that was it for him. So
and he had never played again.
Well, he went to Dallas. He went to Philadelphia.
Washington. But he never. I know he's on those teams, but did he actually take?
I think he filled in as a
snaps
backup with Philadelphia. You could fact check me on that one.
He started on Thanksgiving in Dallas for Philadelphia. I remember that.
Yeah,
and he started, I believe, quite a few games for Washington.
Yeah. I wouldn't say quite a few.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite a few. It was definitely a handful, but his career as a starting quarterback ended with the injury.
Right.
So what I still believe happened was Rex Ryan was the coach and wanted Mark to be the quarterback, as did I. Win the job.
Right.
Why should this second-round pick win the job unless he earns it? And he had Mark Sanchez play in the second half of a Jet-Giant game, the Snoopy Bowl as we called it, and it was behind a third-string offensive line, and of course he got hurt and he was out for the season. And it felt like Rex wanted Mark to lead this great comeback in the Snoopy Bowl, and that would be the exclamation point on why Sanchez should have the job.
That's what you get for giving too much of a crap about a Giant Jet rivalry.
I don't even think it was the rivalry more than it was Rex wanting Mark to have a moment.
Why?
Because he wanted him to win the job. He was loyal to Mark Sanchez. That was his quarterback.
Yeah, but he makes a decision.
I don't know if he was making the decision. It may have been a John Idzik callback at that point. Believe it or not, I may surprise you. We've gone through Boomer and Craig. What if I told you we have an Al Dukes opinion?
Really?
Yeah.
Al Dukes, kid from Florida via West Virginia. I'm going to say he doesn't get it.
Well, I'll tell you this. He expressed his opinion the only way Al Dukes could, with a song.
Hey, Mark, hit the road. We got Geno. Whoa. Give him your money. He's in control. Geno's going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Geno. Whoa. I
That's
said
so
one
bad.
more pick ought to do it. One more, but I'm sure you'll hit it.
Let's
do it one more time, just the chorus.
Oh, geez. I don't think we have to, by the way.
You can kill it.
No, you can kill it now. Yeah. One more putt. I'm sure you'll hit it.
So he didn't care.
Yeah. The morning guys bringing back that song for the Geno return?
It was fodder.
It was fodder, yes.
I miss old Al Dukes, don't you, after hearing that?
What, you're saying Al's washed up now?
It's not that he's washed up, he's just changed.
He doesn't do the music anymore?
Yeah, Al was great with that stuff. I miss that.
Yeah. Who has the rights to that song? Is it the morning show, or does Craig take the rights with him because he probably coaxed Al in doing the song?
I don't know,
Isn't
man.
that kind of like a weird divorce angle? I have no idea who has control of that song.
It's like Britney Spears' parents controlling her music.
Yeah. All I know is we just played it. All right, the midday show at the time was hosted by this wonderfully looking gentleman named Evan Roberts and Joe Beningo. What do you think I said about drafting Geno Smith?
You hated it.
I hated it.
Because I know you wanted a star quarterback.
Well, I'm going to warn you about something. As always, kind of like Boomer was distracted by Geno's comments, I was distracted by the NFL Network's coverage of the Jets drafting Geno. They were very negative about it, saying the circus is back in town. So my reaction was not just about the Jets drafting Geno, but what Rich Eisen and the NFL Network said about the Jets drafting Geno Smith.
So the Jets draft a quarterback that fell from potentially being a top 5 pick all the way to the second round without the Jets trading up, and the Jets take a quarterback. To me, that seems pretty logical. It was a logical pick. And the NFL Network, because they've got to continue the narrative that the Jets are a circus,
right?
Even when they actually make the right move, they're hypocritical because the graphic they have under the screen says their need is a quarterback, and the circus is back in town. Geno, what are they doing? What are they doing? I got news for you. They don't have a quarterback. Mark Sanchez isn't good. Now, all of a sudden, Mark Sanchez is great. All of a sudden, he's fantastic. David Gerrard, all of a sudden, is healthy. I mean, I have never seen people talk out of both sides of their mouth within 30 seconds like I've seen, not just from the NFL Network, but from the people that want to continue to just pick on the Jets no matter what.
Hey.
Sometimes the broken clock is right twice a day. If you want to call the Jets a broken clock, Joe, cool. They were right this time.
Bro, I'm with you 1,000%.
Wow, you loved it? Well, because you said the way I laid it out, he was projected as a top pick, and he fell in the second round.
Was he?
Yes. Yeah. By many, he was considered one of the best quarterbacks in that draft.
He was invited to the green room and had to stick around. He was the only guy there sitting on that Friday night.
That's right. That a great point. He actually got the Aaron Rodgers treatment, except worse, in that he was embarrassed. So, yeah, he was projected that high. Now,
I have to go back. I'm looking now at his college stats. He threw for 4,300 yards and 31 touchdowns.
Yeah.
His junior season. Yeah. His senior season, he threw for 4,200 yards and 42 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he kept slinging at West Virginia.
Wow.
So that's my anger was
to only 6 interceptions. By the way. He put up 42-6 ratio his senior year.
But a massive number. By the way, I sounded very similar in that I was bitching about people making fun of the Jets. What has changed in 13 years?
There are 2 takeaways I have from that. Number one, I feel great about my high-pitched voice. Man, Evan has changed over the years. His voice got a little more raspier, probably for younger kids. Second of all, I pride myself on feeling like I know and remember all the old times with these teams in this town. I have zero, and I mean zero recollection of David Gerrard.
Because he was always hurt. That's why. And I think I made that comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever
Evan said that in that comment. I'm like, what?
He was the veteran who got hurt playing with his kids. Like, he just always got hurt.
Him in
Jacksonville.
In Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't remember him at all signing.
Look it up. I'm not sure if he played a snap. I don't remember much of him on the field, but I think he was there and just never played because he was always hurt. Anyhow, you may have gotten a little bit of Joe in this. But
he agreed with you.
You think Joe loved it?
Yeah.
Here's Joe Beningo on the Jets drafting Geno Smith in 2013.
I have no problem with the Jets drafting Geno Smith. I'm happy that they didn't have to trade up to get him. Why not take a flyer on a quarterback? I mean, it was obvious. We all looked at it this way, that Sanchez's days here in New York were pretty much done. And if it wasn't for the cap hit, he'd be gone already. So I got no issue with Geno Smith being drafted by the Jets.
Yeah, no, you're right. David Gerrard, he didn't play after 2010.
Didn't play.
Yep.
Didn't play. You ready for Mike Francesa? What do you think Mike thought about Geno?
What are they doing?
What are they doing here?
Does this make any sense?
So what are they doing? Does it make any sense? Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Francesa.
And the Jets sent a message. They said, we don't have a quarterback. Because if you have a quarterback, then you don't draft one on the second round. But don't let anybody tell you that the Jets sent a message that they love this quarterback. If you love this quarterback, then you take him with the 13th pick, because that's not an expensive pick on a quarterback. If you love this quarterback, then when the second round starts and he's on the board, you do everything. You move heaven and earth to get the first pick of that second round and draft him. When you wait 40 picks, and he was passed over not once but twice by teams that needed quarterbacks. Not once, but twice. That sends the message that you want to send. Okay? Hey, look, hey, why not? Let's take him. That was a why not? Let's take him pick. Hey, he's still here. Wow, he's still here. Wow, he's still here. 39. Wow. Let's take him. That's all that is. It's nothing more.
You know what?
They did not trade up to get him. They did not go after him on the first round. And all those things are things you do anytime you love a quarterback. So they didn't love this quarterback.
Mike was spot on. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed that.
That was a why not?
Yeah.
I agree.
We need one, but yeah, he's still there. Yeah, let's take him.
Yeah.
It wasn't a plan to take him. They just took him because he was there.
Well, because he fell?
Yes.
But at some point when someone falls, don't you have to say, why not? And there's nothing wrong with a why not pick.
No, I think you asked why nobody else took him. To Mike's point.
Yes. Why was he passed on?
Why were other teams that needed quarterbacks chose not to take Geno Smith?
Right.
And, I mean...
Immaturity. I think we got the answer early on. One more clip from Mike because he wanted to mock the Jets a little bit. I know you really enjoy that.
Yeah.
So here's Mike mocking the Geno Smith pick some more.
If the Jets think in New York that Geno Smith is going to sell a ticket, they're lost. They're often lost, okay? They spend most of their time lost. But nobody's going to buy a ticket to see Geno Smith play.
That's fact, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected that.
Because
they were going to sell
in
tickets.
New York, I doubt anybody saw a game of his in college.
West Virginia?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of New Yorkers who went to West Virginia.
I know, but is West Virginia, is the Big 10 ever 12 ever on here? Or they weren't even a Big 12 then. They were Mountain West?
West Virginia? No, they may have been Big East back then. They were a Big East school for a
maybe
while.
you're right.
I don't know about 2012, 2011.
Now I got to look.
That's a rabbit hole you want to go down.
There goes Tiki.
What conference?
You nailed it. Big East.
I'm sorry, I nailed it?
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, did you hear I nailed the college football thing?
Yeah.
Good for you. I think you nailed it because of college basketball.
It doesn't matter why. I nailed it in the weeds, college football view.
But they did move to the Big 12.
Yes. No, eventually they did with all the realignment.
His last year, they were in the Big 12.
Yeah, I think that it was a why not pick. I think he was right about that because Mark Sanchez was still here. I felt very bad that I said that about Sanchez, that he stinks. Because I don't think he stinks. I think looking back on his tenure here, he had a hell of a tenure.
Yeah, but it was over.
I have a question for you. This is unrelated to Geno Smith, but you just heard the archives.
Yes.
What if I told you I came across something else in the archives that you may or may not be interested in?
Go ahead.
And I pulled it, and there's no pressure. If you don't want to hear it, it's your call.
Go ahead.
What if I found audio of young Tommy Lugauer being picked on / inspired by Boomer and Carton? Would you want to hear that?
Regarding what?
Regarding being on the radio and being more aggressive.
We have to hear this.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is back in 2013. This is I have two clips, Sean. I want you to be careful.
So I need you to know which one I'm playing.
This is where Craig and Boomer give him an assignment. It's not the actual assignment.
The way you label is two words. I'm not going to say them, but there's an M word and a P word.
No, you can say the words. That's fine.
Motivated and poem.
Yes, the motivation. And then we'll get to a poem that he was forced to write.
Okay.
Here's the motivation of Craig. Oh, that's right. Craig and Boomer were talking to an off-air person named Tommy Lugauer and basically saying he has to do more if he wants to end up being on the air here at WFAN.
I'm going to give you a chore, if you don't mind, Tommy. Turn on Tommy's mic. Because I want these young kids to do well. You know that.
We all want them to do well.
Tommy, he can't hear me. Eddie, give me your headphones, will you?
Tommy, can you hear me?
Tommy, can you hear me? Tommy, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Here's what I'm going to give you a quick chore, all right? I want a 100-word essay, all right? So that's not a lot. It's like half a page.
Okay.
100 words on two different topics. On J.R. Smith's flagrant elbow, and to give me 100 words on Jason Collins' announcement that he's gay, all right?
Okay.
Then you're going to read him on the air.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we'll see how you do.
All right.
All right?
Well, wait a minute, though. You guys have already talked about those two things. Those topics are already taken.
My name is Tommy.
Tommy, we want you to do well, man.
No, I know. I appreciate it.
Go right. 100 words on each topic. Go ahead.
Will do.
Doesn't he sound different, too?
Yes, he does.
All right, well done.
But he doesn't talk a lot, so you don't know.
Well, you want to hear him talk a lot?
I want to hear these essays.
So they made him do an essay on J.R. Smith. And by J.R. Smith, this is actually pretty infamous. This is when he got suspended in the Celtics series.
No, I remember this.
Back in 2013. And Jason Collins announced he was coming out of the closet. I don't have that one. I have, don't ask, but I have the J.R. Smith one that they turned into a sports minute. Do you remember the sports minutes?
Oh, yeah. That's when they first started. We had to write those things, and they were actually a minute.
Yeah. So here's the Tommy Lugauer.
It's a long time to listen to nonsense.
Well, do you want a minute of Tommy Lugauer?
Sure, let's.
You now hear him on After Hours. Here's young Tommy Lugauer completing his assignment given to him by Boomer and Carton.
This is Tom Lugauer with a CBS Sports Minute. If you've been living under a rock for the last 7 years and have not seen J.R. Smith play until this season, you would ask yourself, how's this guy been on 3 NBA teams already? Well, his actions on Friday go a long way in explaining that. The NBA's Sixth Man of the Year has been brilliant for the Knicks, but elbowing Jason Terry should not be described as anything other than a cheap shot. JR has been a revelation both on and off the court this year, but Friday's behavior is the type of sophomoric nonsense that has landed him in and out of trouble since entering the league.
Wow.
Smith is obviously underpaid, but getting himself suspended for a playoff game makes me think it's a skeptical play signing this guy to a long-term deal for big money. I'm Boomer Size.
No, I'm white trash.
I'm Tommy Lugauer.
All right, not bad.
I like it.
I thought that was very good.
Thank you.
There you go. You surprised me.
So you never know where
You
you're
get
going
an
to
A on
find
that.
talent.
Thank
these
you.
days.
Should have known he would turn into the talent that he ultimately became. That was very well written. That was very well written. Boomer's comments are like telling the future. I want you to do well. You did very well. And look where Tommy is now.
Nice.
So great job. But you never know what you're going to find.
Did he call himself Tom Lugauer at the beginning? Or did he say Tommy?
I thought he said Tommy.
Play the beginning again. Because it sounded like he said, hey, it's Tom Lugauer.
What a CBS Sports. This is Tom Lugauer.
Yeah.
This is Tom Lugauer. What a CBS.
Tom Lugauer.
Tom Lugauer.
That's a good call by
He
you.
sounded more adult-like then.
He did. Do you think he should go to Tom Lugauer now?
No, not at all.
Nah. That was 13 years ago. Incredible. So who is most right about the Geno Smith opinions? Probably Mike.
Mike,
I think Mike nailed it.
He absolutely nailed
Because he's right that it was a, hey, why not?
Right.
Why not?
We have nothing else to lose, whatever.
He's sitting there. We don't believe in Sanchez.
Maybe we'll get a steal. I mean, it's a good thing they did draft him because Mark Sanchez got hurt.
Yeah.
But
well, if they don't draft Geno Smith, Mark Sanchez isn't playing in the second half of the Snoopy
that's
Bowl.
a good point. That's a good point.
It's just a different history if that happens.
I'm going to defend the Jets now. The more I heard Mike's thing, if you're going off of what Mike said, which I agree with, in the end, the chances you've already passed on, everybody else passed on him. When you do that, you hit it, and everybody else looks stupid, and you don't.
Well, no,
I don't think you can look stupid there if you're the Jets.
Let me bring it current. This is what happened with Cade Klubnik because he was supposed to be a first-round pick, and he had a bad season. There were question marks about whatever, and ultimately he kept falling. The Jets didn't take him in the second round. The Jets took him in the fourth round, right?
Okay.
The Jets probably could have gotten Geno Smith in the third round or the fourth round in that season. He clearly wasn't being highly sought after.
But it's also a spot, and I'm going to use the Giants as an example because as the reputation goes, I bring everything back to the Giants. When Daniel Jones was drafted, one of the biggest criticisms was why'd they take him so early? Remember that? Well, why'd you take him so early? You could have got him later. That's the opposite, though, of what Mike was suggesting, which is if you know you like the player, why screw around and play twiddlywinks?
Right.
Just go get the player.
Right. If you love him, go draft him.
There's no perfect spot because you're going to get criticized no matter what you do. If you wait, you didn't really love him. If you do it too early, why are you doing it so early?
Right.
You could have gotten him later.
But you can never, you're more likely to win public opinion when you do it early.
No doubt.
As of doing it late.
No doubt about it.
We're looking for tiddlywinks there.
What did I say?
Twiddlywinks.
Well, here's the great thing, Sean. You don't have to correct me. Just wait till Friday. Mm-hmm. We've got idiots with idioms.
I know, but when I get 53 of them, there's only 20. We might miss that one.
That one's not going to make the cut.
We'll see.
We'll get back to your calls in a minute. We'll mix in some baseball as well. The dominance of Gerrit Cole. And yes, the Mets actually play a game in an hour. So if you're on your way to Citi Field, say what's up. 888-808-1019.
Circa Resort and Casino has lots of ways to win $30 million in guaranteed prizes. That's in Circa Million and Circa Survivor. There's no rake, so if the entries go above all that guarantee, then extra money gets dumped into the pool prize. There are 3 ways to win. Circa Million $6 million in guaranteed prizes. Pick 5 teams against the spread every week, and the winner takes home $1 million. Then there is Circa Survivor, $20 million guaranteed. You pick one team straight up every week to win. You can only pick each team once throughout the season. Then Circa Grandissimo, ultimate high-stakes survivor game, $100,000 entry fee with $4 million guaranteed to the winner. 3 ways to win: Circa Million 6, Circa Survivor, Circa Grandissimo, all at the Circa Resort and Casino. Sign up at the Circa Sportbook in Nevada. Play from anywhere.
Contractors, when deadlines are tight, you need a supplier that moves like you do. Windorama keeps the Northeast's largest in-stock selection of Andersen windows, patio doors, and storm doors ready for same-day pickup or next-day delivery. If you need custom assemblies, they build them in-house to keep your jobs on track. And with Rama Rewards for pros, earn up to 2% back, plus perks like free delivery. Windorama is your pro team. Visit windorama.com to learn more.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal. Find a store at metalsupermarkets.com. The Las Vegas Raiders are making a huge mistake naming Kirk Cousins the team's starting quarterback. And it's not that Cousins is bad, it's that you drafted Fernando Mendoza first overall. The Raiders are not going to be good this year, so why play Cousins? Get it over with, play the kid. Start Mendoza. I'm Nick Costos.
Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea just got harder with Twisted Tea Extreme. Twisted Tea Extreme is made with real brewed tea, goes down smooth, and an 8% give of alcohol. Dial up the fun with Twisted Tea Extreme. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 12th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
In a world parched for excitement, Twisted Tea's your refreshing thrill ride of flavor. The hard iced tea that's smooth, made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
All right, they won. You gotta text your buddies, except you're driving. If you have to respond, pull over. Texting and driving is illegal and could lead to an accident. A safety message from the Rothenberg Law Firm. InjuryLawyer.com.
Looking for the lowest price on name brand tires? Get to Town Fair Tire and get the guaranteed lowest price on any name brand tire. Nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Diving for that grounder got you grounded? Oof. We've got specialists for that. Layup, take you down? We've got specialists for that. With nearly 50 Castle Connolly top doctors, Orland & Cohen specialists are considered among the best in the nation by their peers, which can mean a better outcome for you. From Staten Island to Southampton, our network is open 7 days a week, so you can feel better, faster. Visit OrlandCohen.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Make This the Summer event is happening right now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram with a full lineup of new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokees. But hurry, before these deals fall away. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, nope, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
Sniff the difference.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
Get the latest on the Giants and Jets on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Little after noon here on this Wednesday. Yankees will continue their series in Chicago. Game 3 of 4 against the White Sox.
Cam Schlittler?
It is a Cam Schlittler kind of night. And the Mets are going to play 2 games against the Braves. Mets were smart. They rained yesterday's game out long before anyone could have made the trip. And so they're going to play 2 games today against the Atlanta Braves.
What time is game 1?
Game 1 is at 1:10. Game 2, 7:10. So it's a split doubleheader. I like to call that a money grab. Instead of giving people a 2 for 1.
Single admission?
A single admission. They're like, well, there's 2 admissions.
Did it ever rain in Queens until the overnight?
I wasn't in Queens, but I can tell you, living where I live in Westchester, the rain really started to come down at about 6 o'clock.
Okay. So I didn't get anything till 10:30. That's why I was asking.
Really?
Yes.
It was slow moving because it sat on us in New Jersey for a long time. I mean, it was coming down thunder and lightning for at least 2 hours.
This is one of those cases where, and I wasn't in Queens. Now, you want to tell me it never rained in Queens? I will still defend the Mets in that the forecast was so overwhelmingly bad. It was never going to be worth the risk to do that.
Right.
It just never was.
By the way, I agree with you. I just found it odd. I sat there last night going, where is this rain? And then by the time it came, they could have played a whole Met game.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it happens that way. I know where I live, though. We got it about 6, and it was horrific.
Right.
Woke up this morning, there's flooding everywhere, and then it cleared out, and now it's turning into a beautiful day. There were 2 takeaways I had, or 3. I guess I'll add a third with the Yankees from last night real quick. Number 1 is Gerrit Cole is back. Mm-hmm. And that's got to make you feel really, really good as a Yankee fan. He had that one shaky inning where he had a tough time throwing strikes, and he was able to battle through it. And even though it elevated his pitch count, he was still able to give you the 6 innings. Of course, he made that weird catch in which he called mass interference on Austin Wells. That was very funny.
That was funny.
But bottom line was, Gerrit Cole right now feels like pre-injury, pre-Tommy John Gerrit Cole.
No, you're right. And that gives you hope that this rotation is going to be dominant as the season goes on, and then more importantly, once you get into the postseason, because Gerrit Cole is Gerrit Cole, and Cam Schlittler is likely winning the Cy Young. The thing you worry about is Max Fried still, whether or not
he's only made 2 starts.
That's what I mean,
time.
though. But it's when is he going to get back into that form? And because he had the same issue that Tariq Skubal did, didn't he? Where it wasn't surgery, it was like inflammation, and they didn't do a procedure per se, but they let it heal. And so does he come back and look like Tariq Skubal does now, or does this bother him?
I mean, his first start, he looked awesome.
Yeah,
it was just one shaky. It was right because of the pitch count, but
and Skubal's first couple starts, remember, because the Yankees touched him up too.
Yeah, he wasn't pitching well.
Good point.
He wasn't pitching
well.
That's
a good point.
But you got to feel great, at least in terms of Cole, the way he looks right now. My second takeaway, I haven't watched a lot of the Chicago White Sox. I don't think any of us have. We've looked at them from afar.
No.
They have the most runs scored in the American League.
And I have really?
Yeah, they do. They're number 1. The Twins are number 2, and the Yankees are number 3. I know. It boggles your mind. You watch the Chicago White Sox, and I'm happy for them. You talk about a turnaround. That is a hell of a turnaround, and I root for them. I'd love to see them win the American League Central.
No, the Yankees are number 2. Number 3.
That's what I said.
3.
Trying to fact check my ass. Yeah, number 3. White Sox 1,
No,
Twins 2, Yankees 3.
Twins are 1.
Have they passed the White Sox?
Yes, they passed them.
You know what made them pass them? Gerrit Cole, because I must have looked last night.
No, you're right.
That's hilarious.
I'd have to look at what the Twins did yesterday, but the Twins have now passed them.
There you go. So bottom line is they are 1 or 2 offense.
The Twins played the Orioles, right? Didn't they play?
I don't remember. All I know about the Orioles game is that my guy Pete Alonso got showed up by that clown Dean Kremer, and that pissed me off.
They lost 14-0 though.
Who, Minnesota?
No, Baltimore.
Okay,
no, they didn't play. They didn't play Minnesota.
Okay. Getting in the weeds over.
I'm just wondering how you got that wrong. They played Detroit.
The White Sox had the number 1 offense in the American League when I looked.
I know, but Chicago, Minnesota only scored 3 runs last night, they have them by.
I know the
6.
answer. I know the answer. I'm going to tell you the answer on why I got it
You
that way.
don't usually get those little facts wrong.
I'm not wrong. I'm going to tell you why. I look at runs per game. You're probably looking at total runs.
I'm looking at total.
There
No, you're
go.
right. You're right.
And who has the number 1 offense in runs per game in the American League?
It's the Chicago White Sox.
Thank you very much.
Shut up. I hate you.
My only point is they are very unimpressive. And if that's the best the AL has to offer outside of the division, as a Yankee fan, how do you not laugh at this? This is the competition come playoff time? The Twins, the Guardians, the White Sox, and anyone you want to take from the West. Now, I get it. They're going to have to go through the AL East Invitational to get to the League Championship Series because whether they win the division or they win a wild card spot, it is likely they are facing an AL East team either in the wild card series or then certainly in the divisional series just because of the way the bracket, the MLB format is. Like you're playing the Rays in the DS unless there's an upset in the wild card, right?
For comparison's sake, the White Sox have the exact same record as the Boston Red Sox,
right,
who are 3rd in the East.
That's right.
And 7 games out.
And
the White
that's
Sox,
not going to be a picnic in a wild card playing the Red Sox. It will not be.
Totally get that. But that White Sox team, and I know there's still 2 more games, and I'm not trying to degrade them at all. Again, it's a great accomplishment that they have turned their franchise around the way they have. But that really is the 2 seed in the American League right now? Don't you watch that and kind of chuckle and say, okay. I mean, okay, that's what you got. Okay.
There's 56 games left or so, whatever it may be, depending on how many you played already. So I don't think they're going to pull away in the Central.
Oh, in the AL. I don't know who's going to win the AL Central.
Yeah.
Like Minnesota could very well win it. Cleveland would probably win it just based on track record.
Right.
But the point is, they are not intimidating.
No.
Really, nobody is outside of, yes, having to deal with your own division in the playoffs. My third takeaway was, let us all salute for one night only, and maybe more, Jazz Chisholm, because I thought his defense was tremendous last night. Set the tone early, made the great play late. So overall, great defensive game. Bednar was able to hold on. He had 2.
Yeah.
And the Yankees give you a nice little, nice and tidy victory. And these are the kinds of wins they're going to have until their offense gets healthier, because they're not going to score a lot of runs, but their pitching and their defense leaves them capable of winning those kinds of games like we saw last night.
I don't remember how we've classified Jazz Chisholm as a second baseman, but they said it on the broadcast last night. His range is unbelievable. The second one that you were talking about late in the game, he was behind first base.
Yeah, I know.
When he snagged that ball and then turned around after Paul Goldschmidt, or no, who was playing first? It was Goldschmidt playing first. And Goldschmidt got right back and perfect throw on the twist. It was fantastic.
Jazz looking like Robbie Alomar last night.
Jazz Chisholm.
And that's big, because the reason this matters, and same with everyone else all over the infield and outfield, they're going to play a lot of low-scoring games. They're going to have to win games like this, and they're capable of it because of the pitching that they have. And obviously, you got to play buttoned-up defense, as they say.
And make no mistake, while I want Mason Miller, the other fourth thing about this is if you have to make a decision, and guys that Evan say are available, like a Hunter Goodman, and you need to trade your
He's not available.
Evan, just let me finish the statement. The point is 46 scoreless appearances now for Brent Hedrick, who has been unbelievable. Right. He leads Major League Baseball in that. And this Angel Chavihi has become such a revelation in the bullpen as well, getting out of the jam. They have dudes. They're just, and Paul Blackburn, obviously, just not the dudes we thought they had at the back end of the bullpen.
The Yankees. Can you teach him how to say the G in Spanish?
The what?
The G.
G.
Angel?
Angel.
I understand. I worked so hard on getting the Chavihi right because it looks like you should just be saying Chavilli, but it's not that.
I know.
Chavihi.
Well, when they first got him from Colorado, that's what everybody called him.
Yes.
And it was like, damn, we got to learn how to pronunciate. The Yankees have put together, or I should say Brian Cashman has put together, as always, or really for the most part, a very good bullpen.
Well, they have the best one in per ERA in Major League Baseball.
Statistically, they've had a top bullpen ERA-wise, either 1 or 2 for a while now. And it's impressive because I don't think any of us saw it that way.
They were pretty good.
And we still think they need to add a bullpen arm, which, by the way, they still do.
Well, yeah, it's because if and again, this is not picking on Volpe, but it's the situation. He had to come in the previous 2 games ago, and he had to pitch again last night, gives up a home run, gets a little dicey. If you have another option, and instead of Bednar, it's Mason Miller, And you're not worried at all about who's closing your games for
Mason Miller last night struck out the side on 11 pitches, 9 strikes. He's just, right now, he's a cheat code.
Yeah.
He's like a video game that's unhittable.
Yeah, why would you get rid of him if you're San Diego?
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the guys that we talk about at the trade deadline, Hunter Goodman and Mason Miller, I don't think they're actually available. The guy who's available is Tarek Skubal. And I'll be very curious to see where he ends up. The betting odds came out on where Skubal ends up. The LA Dodgers are the betting favorite. The New York Yankees. That's right.
The New York Yankees.
Number 2 on that list.
Interesting.
So as much as you don't need him, you may not want to trade for him, number 2 on that list.
Do you talk to more people than Jeff Passan?
Why?
Jeff Passan was ever yesterday saying Mason Miller is absolutely available.
I don't think he's available.
You were just so stubborn.
He can say
that?
whatever
I
he
want to
wants.
wipe that smirk right off your face.
If he gets traded, I'll apologize. What do you want me to do? I don't think he's going to be traded.
You're just one of these guys. You dug in your heels. You said something, and you can't take that. Every report is telling you he's available.
Are you willing to take an L for this?
Of course.
Okay.
If Mason Miller's traded?
If he's traded.
I'll tell you the reason why.
And it's a double L. If he goes to the Yankees, it's a double L.
But hold on.
What does that mean? I have to wear 2 L's at the same time?
Yep.
You cannot get traded, but has still been available. He's saying you're not even available.
I'm sorry, hold on a second. That's never happened before. You're telling me of all the things that we've worn L's for, I'm going to have to wear 2 L's if Mason Miller's traded to the Yankees?
Yes, because the Yankees, the Yankee fans at least, I don't know if Ryan Cashman feels this way, but the Yankee fan really wants him. No, so you're saying he's not getting traded and he's not going to the Yankees. Double L.
Well, I've said he's not getting traded.
Double L.
If he is traded,
are you accepting the double L? Or are you going to?
I'll accept the double L.
You're going to waver a little bit and say maybe.
No, I'll accept the double L. I just want to know if Mason Miller isn't traded and I turned out to be right the entire time. What does Sean do for me?
Nothing.
No.
You just get the belt.
You need to clarify this.
I'll wear a belt. That's fine. What?
You need to clarify this.
That's not a punishment belt. Like for those who are my age, that's a championship.
Yeah, I'm the world champion.
Yeah, because when I say you get the belt, that means your mom's spanking you.
That's a good point.
Wooden spoon where I come from, but you have said 2 different things, and they're not the same thing.
Go ahead.
He's not getting traded, and he's not available. You cannot get traded, but have been available. Like a deal just doesn't come to fruition. Which is it?
I don't think he's available.
Okay,
and I don't think he's getting traded. And I'll tell you why they're the same.
So he's saying both of those things.
I'm saying both of those things, and I'll tell you my reasons why. It's not about not admitting I'm wrong or not believing Jeff Passan. Jeff's a great reporter. I find it really hard to believe. I'm using logic. Remember how Evan's brain reports sometimes? My brain can't get around the fact that the Padres gave up one of the top prospects in all of baseball in this Leo DeVries to trade for Mason Miller to then a year later, when they're a game out of a playoff spot, to then trade that same guy that they gave up so much for when he still has 3 years left of team control. It doesn't make any sense.
They built the Nationals roster off a Soto trade only to turn him and trade him for Michael King.
Okay, I'm not done yet. I still have a tough time understanding the logic, and it is not the same at all.
Soto wasn't
in any way. Yeah, Soto was about to be a free agent, and they knew they weren't keeping him. It's not the same. So my disputing of you and Jeff Passan is not because I have sources. I don't have any sources. I'm using my noggin, and I just laid it out. I don't understand how that would make sense. Hence, I don't believe it. Hence, he's not going to be traded. And when I'm right on August 3rd, or I guess we'll have to wait till Tuesday because the deadline's Monday at 6 o'clock, you will acknowledge me.
No, because you're already wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I don't know why this is being such a stickler. You are wrong in this sense. He may not, I'm willing to admit, maybe they don't get the package because it's going to cost a fortune. Do you think Jeff Passan's making up that he's available? Do you think Ken Rosenthal's making up that he's available? You're saying he's not available.
Do you think Francisco Lindor is available?
I think he's available, yes.
Okay, so I think then we'll meet in the middle. They have the same availability. Where I think you're always listening and you're open-minded.
Okay.
I have a very difficult time believing that A, the Padres would trade Mason Miller, and B, the Mets would trade Francisco Lindor. Neither guy's going to be traded. And if you want to sit here on August 4th and say, well, they weren't traded, but they were available, so you're wrong. I guess you can run around and say that.
That's all I'm saying.
But neither guy's going to be traded. And if I'm wrong, double L's, right, Teak?
Yep.
Then we came to that agreement. That's all I'm saying. You cannot say they're not available when they very clearly are available. You can say you don't think they're going to be traded. That's all I'm saying.
Just playing semantics with me, and it's annoying.
I'm being obvious.
All right. Let's go to Jake, Rhode Island. What's up, Jake?
What up, Jake?
Hey, how we doing, fellas?
All's well.
Good.
Sean, I got to talk to you, man. Like, with Evan being in the room, I shouldn't even be saying this, but boy, do you need a championship, dude. Like,
I'm dying. You're right.
You need one, dude. I don't know what happened. Like, you're worried about the Titans, bro? You have more confidence in 50-year-old LeBron James going to the Sixers than you do in Jaxson Dart, John Harbaugh, and the Giants? Come on, man. Get a little Tommy in you.
That is the most insulting thing you could ever say.
He said you need a little Tommy in you.
You know, heaven forbid somebody at this station is actually a little more realistic. That's all I'm saying. I am not an idiot. Because you know what happens in the NFL? You win a few games nobody thinks you're going to win, and you lose games everybody thinks you're going to win. And I am just fearful when a team is 0-2 in the Titans that is going to have a lot to play for versus that Giant team, that things could go wrong that day. I want them less desperate. I don't think it's that crazy a take. In fact, it's probably one of the more level-headed Giants takes you'll get over the next month here at this station.
Left side, right side, left side, right side.
Running out of breath. He is right. I'm dying for a championship. I can't take it.
I'm insulted by this. He's right. How could he say that to you and you agree while I'm standing in the room? You need a championship. You've won how many in your lifetime?
I lost count. Let's see. One.
Oh, you lost count. I didn't. Mine is
7 or
0. 0.
7 or 8.
A big fat 0. The same amount of girls that would have hooked up with you in high school. 0. 0.000. So I don't need anyone calling up and say, Sean needs a title. My ass, he needs a title.
You sure it's not 6 or 7?
6, 7. It's definitely more than 6.
Well, that's all you need to know.
A butthole.
I don't need to. That's how many titles I have. Thank you, Aaron.
A butthole.
0.
Aaron, how many championships?
A brown 0.
Does Evan have?
A butthole.
There you go. Very well worded. Thank you very much for that. John in Comac. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Hey, what's up, Tiki? Evan, I think this is the only question that you could answer is where in the Mets existence in the last 10, 15 years have we fallen into the modern day curse of the Bambino? Or is it just David Stern's the curse? I'll hang up. Let me know what you think.
I tend to not believe in curses because I think curses are excuses for inept franchises.
And so what would have been the cause?
86. The curse of 86.
But what happened in 86 to make
They won a freaking championship with 2 outs and nobody on.
Right, but that
they
doesn't
were about
create
to
a
get
curse.
eliminated.
That doesn't create a curse.
It's selling your soul to the devil. It's like Joe Namath, the guarantee. It's selling your soul to the devil. That's what it would be. But I don't believe in it. So I'm answering it, but like my franchises all have curses if you want to create one. You want to know what each one has? I'll do it real quick.
Yep.
Joe Namath sold his soul to the devil on the guarantee.
Yep.
The Islanders had a dynasty. Sorry, that's it for your lifetime.
Yep.
The Nets sold Julius Erving right as they were entering the NBA and moved 18 times, and the Mets won the 86 championship.
Yeah,
Those are our sellings of souls.
But they earned that. They didn't. How did they sell their souls?
Because they were about to lose the World Series in Game 6. There were 2 outs and nobody on, and they were down by 2 runs.
Bill Buckner didn't get defensively substituted because they wanted him on the field.
Forget Bill Buckner because the game was already tied. There's 2 outs and nobody on, and they come back. And really, what should have been called a pass ball is how they tied the game. And then they won the game on the error by Buckner. Like, that was one of the most ridiculous outcomes to a sporting event maybe ever, that I can understand how someone would look at that and say, that's a deal with the devil. And what pisses me off about that deal with the devil is I didn't get that deal. Most people listening didn't get that deal. We're too young. Now, with all that said, I don't believe in that crap.
I don't disagree with you. It's just the guy who earns it wins it.
Yes, you know why the Jets haven't won anything for a million years?
They haven't earned it.
They've had inept management and inept ownership. You know why the Islanders haven't won anything? Because they employed Mike Milbury for a period of time. You want to know why I go through each one. You want to know why the Nets haven't won anything? Because Sean Marks still has a freaking job.
How does Sean Marks still have a job?
That's just one example.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Sorry, needed to bring that back.
Good workshop that one in.
And the Mets have been inept, whether it's David Stearns.
Stearns is a moron.
Or whoever you want to pick. So I don't believe in curses, but I understand why the Met fans, some of you think, oh, yeah, we must be cursed. I don't think the Knicks were cursed. Were the Knicks cursed? Or were they just run horribly for a million years? And then finally, James Dolan, like a broken clock after making a million wrong decisions, made the right one.
Yeah,
he hired Leon Rose.
Right.
And the rest is history. So were the Knicks cursed? Or were they just run by buffoons? I'd say they were run by buffoons, and now they're running incredibly well.
It's definitely the latter, because management matters, coaching matters.
Yes.
And those teams haven't had that.
Chicago Cubs were not cursed. The Boston Red Sox were owned by a racist. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why things didn't go well for those franchises. And then eventually they were run well by the same guy, Theo Epstein. and they broke. He's the curse slayer, if you will.
Yeah, too bad he doesn't do football.
Didn't I suggest he should run the Jets?
You did.
You remember that one?
I wonder if he could. I mean, didn't Ernie Accorsi, Giants, didn't he do baseball also?
I thought he did.
I'm pretty sure. I know he loves baseball.
And Lou Lamarillo's got a history with other sports.
I don't remember if he actually worked for a baseball team, but I know he loves baseball.
Crazy, right?
So the question, I mean, maybe.
I mean, I'd be open to it. Yeah, that was an opinion from about a month ago. I said Theo Epstein should run the Jets. Sean's got a Cinco de Lunch show. Of course, we'll get back to your phone calls as well. 888-808-1019. And should Aaron Judge learn from Bryce Harper? We'll explain why. It's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash.
Summer is heating up, and there's nothing more refreshing than a nice cold Surfside iced tea and vodka, or Surfside lemonade and vodka to break the heat. Made with real vodka, Surfside is only 100 calories and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. So it's easy to sip and enjoy no matter what your plans are this weekend. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
This portion of the program is sponsored by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
The road to kickoff 2026 starts now. From off-season moves to position battles and the biggest storylines surrounding the Giants and Jets, WFAN is getting you ready for football season. Expert analysis, breaking news, insider insight. Football lives here. WFAN.
Operating engineers Local 825 are the men and women who make our region move. So whether it's roads, bridges, or our favorite team stadium, they build and maintain the critical transportation, water, and energy infrastructure we rely on. That's why their advocacy organization, ELEC, the Engineers Labor Employer Cooperative, fights for those priorities every day. That's ELEC, representing the signatory contractors and the hardworking men and women who build both New York and New Jersey.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, August 27th when the Yankees host the Astros for a very special night in the Bronx, Seinfeld Night. The first 18,000 guests will receive a George Costanza Calzone bobblehead presented by Star. Tickets are on sale now at Yankees.com/tickets. Don't miss Seinfeld Night and the George Costanza Calzone bobblehead, Thursday, August 27th. Yankees versus Astros at Yankee Stadium.
Town Fair Tire honors any valid rebates, manufacturers or competitors' rebates. Yes, even any competitors' rebates. And we give you the guaranteed lowest price. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Listen to MLB Insider Calls on WFAN all season long. Presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Come visit the engagement experts at London Jewelers at any one of their 6 locations.
John Montone, right now at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, we have a full lineup of new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokees.
Todd, I'm digging the refreshed look, new tech features, and that powerful new engine.
And during the Make This a Summer event happening at Ramsey, let your summer thrills begin with a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo Altitude 4x4. Lease for $379 a month for 36 months.
Or drive off in a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited 4x4. Lease for just $399 a month for 36 months.
Both offers with just $48.88 due at signing and 0% APR financing for 36 months.
So head to Ramsey and make this the summer before these deals fall away. Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Call 833-853-2969 for details. Tax, title, registration extra. $0 security deposit. VIN number TC258760 and T8564639. 0% APR at $27.78 per month for $1,000 finance. Ends 8/3/26.
Take the guesswork out of cooking, folks. The Chef IQ senses a must-have wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates under or over cooking chicken, fish, or steak. Order the newly released 3rd-generation Chef IQ Sense at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Another app for inventory, one for CRM. Oh, don't forget accounting. Wait, which login was that?
Or you could use Odoo, one fully integrated system that does it all without the hassle. Ditch the app overload. Get everything your business needs on one platform. Try Odoo free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Hey, it's Brew. Between my radio show, filming content, editing videos, and trying to stay connected with family, reliable Wi-Fi isn't really optional anymore. I just need it to work. And that's why I like that with Xfinity, you get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years, guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, Xfinity makes getting connected simple with same-day Wi-Fi so you can get online in minutes. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
The New York Giants are getting ready for a new season. What are your expectations for Big Blue? Join the conversation at 888-808-1019. The WFAN phone line is powered by Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus presents the biggest summer in UFC history.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at chefiq.com. Mets and Braves with a doubleheader today. Game 1 at Citi Field at 1:10. Sean Manaea looks to topple Atlanta. And at 1:30 this afternoon, the New York Football Giants will have their very first training camp practice in West Virginia to begin the John Harbaugh era.
Now, today, we've heard from Aaron Glenn. We played a little bit of the clips earlier. The headline from Aaron Glenn was this.
A butthole.
Darren Muji just met the media in the last 15 minutes. What have we learned from what Darren Muji had to say today? Anything?
One thing that seems to be circulating around the old interwebs is he was talking about the use of AI with the Jets, which I think is being half mocked now as an answer. So I haven't heard this. We'll see what our interpretation is of this. And, of course, I don't have the pot down as I hit play, so give me 1 second. Here we go.
On the AI front, I think to this point, what it's helped with the most is the automation of things, right? We're saving a lot of man hours being able to automate information and systems and spit it out quickly. So it's been huge, and I look forward to the continued growth as the organization with the AI and the analytics.
Have you used much of the AI yourself? Have you been?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like we've integrated into our systems. Again, for a lot of data breakdowns, we can just do things a lot quicker, and it's allowed for more efficiency, the automation. And I toy around with, the chat GPTs and the different things. We have in-house ones that we can do for different questions, but really it's all the integrate information, the in-house information, and the data points. That's been cool.
You cannot use chat GPT or automation to make decisions on football. You just can't.
Well, he didn't say that. They have their own AIs. He's saying he, of course, plays around with ChatGPT, who doesn't, but I don't think he was implying that a 3rd and 5 call is going to be made by ChatGPT. Though you could ask
What's he saying then?
I think he's saying that they have their own special AIs that help get information quicker.
It does what?
Can I give you an example on my part?
Please.
Or I don't know if it's the same.
Yes.
So,
AI is wrong, by the way. A lot of the time.
AI is wrong a lot. But
confidently wrong.
Yes, AI is wrong a lot. I was going to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
But they give you the framework for things. So like earlier in the show, I mentioned Gerrit Wilson and all the different quarterbacks that have completed passes to him.
And it got it wrong.
It got it wrong, but it gives you like the framework to help you get it right.
Right.
Does that make sense?
No, but again,
I find it very useful. But it's wrong most of the time.
I agree.
Two things are true.
I'd rather do the legwork and get it right, fully right.
So you don't like Muji's answer about the Jets' usage of AI?
I don't see how it's like how it helps you innovate, because that's how you win in sports is you innovate or you just outperform.
You know that the Mets, and they weren't the only ones, but they got attention, and we did not have much time to talk about it. I think we were away or got buried over the weekend. The Mets were told earlier this season too much with the AI, that they were using AI on pitch call decisions. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
But they weren't the only ones.
You have to leave that to the pitcher catcher.
Yeah, but I think what they were doing is they're saying, okay, and I'm dumbing it down. Here's this batter. You have his tendencies in the machine. Based on his tendencies and the strengths of the pitcher on the mound, real quick in your AI machine, advise what we should throw on 1 and 2.
What happens if the pitcher is feeling off? Like he can't quite get the grip on a splitter or whatever
That's
it may be.
Maybe the AI
and it's telling you to throw the splitter.
But maybe the AI takes into effect that he's not throwing that splitter well with the right spin.
How can he know that?
I think as much information as it has. That would be my assumption.
But how do you do that in real time?
I don't think the human brain can do it in real time, hence why they're trying these AIs.
I think the human brain can say, I'm not feeling this. This is what I'm going to do instead.
Well, that's the personal factor, but in terms of batters and their tendencies, that's where the information can be helpful.
Yeah, I could see that.
So I think AI has become a big part of sports, but then there's the fine line, what's cheating or not, because MLB cracked down and said too much AI.
That's what I mean. In real time, what are you doing? Like every time I don't know if the catcher gets the signal from the dugout or not, but like how do you in real time process it enough to make it meaningful in that at bat?
Yeah, it's tough because I think you bring up one of the factors like, okay, that day that pitcher doesn't have the feel for that pitch. All the other information you have doesn't necessarily help you. I'm going to be honest with you about that comment from Darren Muji. I think that anyone who goes nuts about it, they're just looking for a way to pick on the Jets.
Agree. It's not something to go nuts about.
It's not offensive. It's more what you said. I need to learn more.
Yeah.
How will you you probably have a million more questions. If you met with Darren Muji and he broke it down for you, I'm not saying you'd be convinced, but you'd at least be like, okay, I see. That was more of like a on the surface comment that'll be mocked.
Darryl, Mr. Smiles, Muhi.
Right, because if they come out and, I don't know, whoever's playing quarterback looks bad, and that question now gets re-brought up. Did AI have anything to do with that specific play call? And your team is bad performing in those situations, you're going to get criticized for it.
No doubt.
Here's what would worry me about this. Do we all agree the Jets oftentimes get more things wrong than right as an organization?
Yeah, have you seen their history? Yes.
Okay. Do we all agree that when we put anything into AI, like Tiki alluded to, a lot of times it's wrong more than right? So why on earth, no matter what they're calling for, would I have faith that the Jets have built an AI that doesn't get things more wrong?
Because they didn't build the AI. They probably brought it from people who built the right AI.
Here's the situation that I would worry about. It's 4th and 2. It's the fourth quarter. You're down by whatever. You stick all this into whatever system you built, and it kicks out an answer.
Right.
You should go for it. And now all of a sudden you're trying to figure out, all right, we're going for it. What play are we calling?
Right.
And then is AI like giving you that answer too?
I mean, it could technically.
Or is it the gut of the offensive coordinator, which it should be?
Yeah, but a lot of the gut
who's been a part of this entire game. The AI can't can't calculate and compute what's already happened in the game.
I agree with that, but most
decisions
decisions are being made based on analytics these days, and you're basically making the same decisions just with more help.
Yeah,
because they're using the spreadsheets anyway.
But you're getting an AI saying, all right, and the tendency is that the Washington Commanders are going to play a 3-4 nickel dog situation, and you're responding to what the AI is telling you their tendency is doing, and then they do something completely different.
Right.
And now you have the wrong play call.
Yeah.
To me, I think you have to leave more. You should spend more time educating the play caller and the quarterback on what to do in any situation, not the specific one that AI is going to kick out.
Do you think we'll be alive the day that a team announces that AI is the new head coach of a team?
Never be a head coach.
Never going to happen?
Maybe be a play caller.
Yeah. You know what? We'll go with that first. Where a team announces the official play caller for our team this year.
There's too much interpersonal meaning in relationships that AI will never be able to match.
Nah, I get you. Sean, we're kind of hungry, so why don't you feed us a meal or two?
Sean Moraes in the booth, somebody hide the castle. Optics flying, phones ringing, Evans yelling, no! Tiki's laughing, chaos cracking, nobody's in control. It's Cinco de Roncho. Bam! Crunch! Let's go!
Let's go! Cinco de Loncho, brought to you by Helix Wireless, connecting everything, everywhere. And to the person in Penn Station that yelled, somebody hide the queso as I was going downstairs yesterday, shout out to you. Nice. Unbelievable thing to hear in front of people. And here we go.
Here we go! Number 5.
Didn't even give you the topic yet, right? Okay, that's an idiot. Here's the thing.
What is the Cinco today?
The Cinco is the 5 best build-ups to an event. And you'll see the timeliness.
Here we go! Number 5.
NFL training camp, the build-up towards the NFL's Week 1. It's not higher on the list because it also means it's a countdown to summer ending, which sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the difference with baseball. Baseball is not about, it's pitchers and catchers. It's a sign that spring is coming, and people mostly want winter to end.
That's right. All right.
Number 4.
Sorry, it's going to be 95 until October.
Number 4 is Halloween season. Now, why do I say that? Halloween's cool, you get there, but the build-up actually is fun. We've embraced fall by the time October 1st comes around. There's pumpkin beers, there's pumpkin picking, there's football, there's baseball playoffs. The build-up to spooky season, as they say, or spooky season, comes in at number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3 is simply spring, because spring is a build-up to summer. And it happens very quickly around here. It feels like you only get about 4.5 weeks of spring, and by the time you get to Memorial Day weekend, you rub your hands together and go, that's right, baby. We made it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, I like spring. I don't want it to end so that summer
I like
can
spring
take
too,
over.
but it's so short.
It's so short. Spring basically doesn't exist.
I agree with you, but then why would you put it on the list as the best build-up? It's not a good build-up.
Because summer's coming.
Yeah, because summer's coming, and the payoff is it's 4 quick weeks, and I'm in summer. This is great.
See, I disagree because I put summer behind spring in my seasonal rankings.
I would too.
Thank you, Tiki.
Summer behind spring. Spring's gross.
That
it's
is
just wet out. There's dandelions.
Yeah, but
everywhere.
it's like kind of perfect too.
It is.
It's never perfect.
Is summer perfect? It's either really hot or really stormy. Like, there's
You
nothing
get
good
way
about
more payoff in summer and fall than you do in spring.
Disagree.
Number 2.
Number 2 is MLB spring training. It's a countdown that leads us out of the abyss of the dead of winter. And when you get to that opening day, that first ice cream and a helmet, that countdown was worth it. And you get games every day. As much as we mock Evan for scoring them, there is at least baseball on the TV even when it's gray out.
Yeah, and then it's 45 for the first month.
It's true. Baseball has an unfair advantage on why spring training is the best for the reason that you just gave. Because it's not just about baseball. It's not just about that season coming back. It's that you're excited for the weather to change.
It's about hope. Baseball's about hope. Spring training is about hope more than football training camp is.
I agree with you, man. I love it. I love the baseball season. I love the build-up to the baseball season. I love all of it. So.
Number 1.
And number 1's obvious. It's the holiday season. The music, the football on in the background, all to get to either the big payoff of Christmas or Hanukkah, the nonstop cookie eating and the drinking and the parties. And, man, that time between Thanksgiving and Christmas Day, that's a great time.
It is a great time. The problem is with every other build-up you mentioned, after the explosion, the thing that you're all excited about, there's a lot of fun. Like, the baseball season is now here, and now it's spring. The build-up to football season, well, now the football season is here, and that's great. Once you get past the holidays, even I admit, it is the most depressing time of the year.
Football playoffs.
The football playoffs are awesome, but it's the dead of winter. It is now like the abyss of the season. and you're done with Christmas. And really, what are you looking forward to? You get the football on the weekend. That's awesome. But during the week, it's like, oh, my God.
Am I going to get the flu?
You also got football.
You do.
They play every day.
Absolutely. Well, football is not every day.
No, I'm talking about with college, and if you follow college.
That's for a week, and then now it's the middle of January, and now what do you have?
Right.
The football games are dwindling. We all love the Sundays and the Super Bowl, but it's just, you have to admit, January and February is the most depressing time of year.
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
There's no doubt.
Okay.
Maybe
So
less
then-
with daylight saving time's over.
I disagree with that completely. I wasn't here for that. This daylight savings debate has everyone's lost their minds. We cannot have sunrise at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Why? For 2 weeks you can't do that?
We cannot have sunrise.
Why?
Because, why are you yelling at me?
Because this is an absurd take, and it's
It's
the
not
worst
an
take.
absurd take because kids are waiting to go on the bus.
They already do in the dark at
let's
6:30 all over the
So
place.
let's make it even darker for a longer period of time.
Do you care about
BS.
mental health or not?
You'll still have the same issues.
No, because people are depressed when they come out of school and work, and it's dark immediately.
So it'll be better to go to work in pitch black?
Yes!
Kiss
Most
my
people
ass.
do anyway. You know what having your kids wake up and sit at the bus stop in darkness does? Prepare you for the real world.
No,
Because
it's
not
not.
everything's a 9 to 5, pal.
That's
a
not
lot
the-
of people getting up at 4 in the morning and sitting on that Bell Parkway. It's a preparation for life.
You bald bitch.
I can't take this take. Please don't be one of these people that stand in the way of America reuniting and having a 5:30 sunset in the winter.
I have been against this for multiple years now. I know that it became a story because the Congress passed it. Big deal. The Senate's not going to pass it.
Well, they better.
But they're not going
Well,
to.
they better.
You know this. They're both Congress.
But both Congress sucks and they're not going to pass anything? Is that what you're telling
the
me?
House and the Senate. It's both Congress.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the House of Representatives. But you know what I mean. Like
I know, I'm
shorthand.
just messing with you.
The House passed it. The Senate will not. It's not going to become a bill. It's not going to become a law. So don't yell at me. And I'm right.
You're not right. Kids go to school in the darkness already. Who cares?
He's selfish. He's very selfish.
It's depressing when it's dark at 4:30. There should never be darkness in the 4s. You want that? Move to Alaska.
Where it's dark all year.
I mean, it's basic.
all whatever period of time.
I know. But the opposite is this time of year, it's light the entire time. It stays bright till midnight,
Which is also challenging.
Yes.
It's like, dude, do I go to bed now?
Dude, I was so confused when I went to Toronto. Now, think about it. Toronto is western of it's in the East Coast time zone, but on the western side of it.
Yeah.
And it's north. So when you combine those two things, dude, the sun set at like 9:40.
Well, it's like when we went to Iceland a couple of years ago. The sun never set.
Right. That's even
it was
more
light
extreme.
the whole time. I was like, dude, how do we go to bed?
It's crazy.
But thankfully, the place we stayed, they had the blackout, like the full
Oh, you
blackout.
need that.
You had to have it.
Yeah, I didn't experience that, and that would be amazing. But the Toronto thing was weird because it was staying light so late. And like it's cool, but it's also weird.
Right.
That's my meet in the middle. Anyhow, back to your phone calls. Let's go to Mike in Clifton Park. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys, great show. AI told me to call, so I'm calling today.
Oh, nice.
That's fun.
So I have a Yankee question and a Met question, please.
Go ahead.
So with the Yankees and the trade deadline coming up, and there'll be a lot of teams wanting Miller, do you guys think Yankees have enough assets to compete with the other teams that want Miller? And how far do you think the Yankees would be willing to go to get Miller? Like, do they have to dip into their big team here?
I think they would have to give up, if I had to guess, and I'm going to assume the Padres aren't going to run that gimmick of take back a bad contract. Like, I don't think they're going to do that because I think that would minimize the prospects they're getting back. And we talked about that last week, the idea that San Diego could go to a team like the Yankees or Mets and say, you want Mason Miller, take back Xander Bogaerts or take back Manny Machado. I assume they're not going to do that because I think they want the greatest prospect capital. But I think you're talking about multiple, maybe 3 top 10 prospects from your organization and at least, at the bare minimum, 2 top 100 prospects. And the Yankees are capable of it, even without including George Lombard Jr. They got Dax Kilby. They've got LeGranier, who's coming back from his injury. They have Elmer Rodriguez. They have Ben Hess. They got a lot of guys that they can offer, assuming San Diego pulls the trigger on this, which I am skeptical they will. See, I didn't shut down his question, Sean. I answered it, but I don't believe he'll be traded.
Okay. I mean, he made it seem like he's available. You should have let him know that he's not.
I don't think he's available. But I'm giving you...
In case he is.
In case I'm wrong.
Okay.
Because unlike some, I can admit when I'm wrong, Sean.
Nobody admits when they're wrong more than me.
You never admit you're wrong.
You didn't admit you were wrong about the daylight thing just now.
But no, that's different. That's an opinion that we disagree on. But things that you're proven wrong about, I think I'll be the first one to say, yeah, I got that one wrong. Tiki, you work with both of us.
Yeah.
Who's the quickest to admit that they're wrong?
You.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I almost think it like a badge of honor.
Sean's not. Joe, hey, you want to opine on this?
What's up, guys? Listen, I usually call about sports. I love the show, but I have to agree with Sean 100%. And I've been calling up my senators in support of the Sunshine Act. It is depressing. It is terrible for you. It is just so terrible when it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and the sun is setting. Come on, Evan.
How is it better when it's 8 a.m. and the sun hasn't even come up? Isn't that depressing?
Because who cares? Nobody's doing anything anyway other than waiting for the bus, getting ready for school. I'm talking outdoor activities. Listen, I'm a fisherman. I'm a striped bass fisherman here in Jersey. You know how much it stinks that I have to factor in that it's 3 o'clock and the sun's going to set soon and I got to get off the water?
You're being selfish because you're a fisherman. I respect that.
He's scared of sharks.
Okay, that's his thing. Most people in the dead of winter when it's 25 degrees outside are not doing things at 5 o'clock.
Can you send some of those striped bass our way?
Yeah, take a couple. They're not outside doing activities. That's
They'd
not
be more
true.
apple to if they knew the sun wasn't down at 4.
They're not.
They would go for more walks and all of that.
Sean, it's the winter. It's cold. No one's outside. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but how cold does it really get in our winters? It really doesn't get ridiculously bad.
You don't think so?
Not until January, February.
And to that point, let's just play Evan's game that nobody's outside. You know what I see in my neighborhood in the dead of winter when it's daylight, and we used to do this in the afternoons, and people wait at the school bus? Waiting in their parents' cars in the heat. So what's the difference? Do that in the dark, too.
So what are you doing in the afternoons that you're not doing in the mornings?
Listen, you could bundle up and go, I'm going to go for a walk as soon as I get out of work and at least enjoy some sunshine and breathe some fresh air.
Disagree. I think there are more people out doing things at 8 a.m. than 5 p.m. I disagree with you. I think by 5
more
p.m.
people aren't working at 8 a.m. than are at 5 p.m.?
No, they're at least on their way to work. That's what I'm saying. They're on their way.
Drive in the dark.
What about the kids? The kids are at home playing video games by 5 o'clock. 8 a.m., they're either waiting to go on the bus, or in school.
Evan, that's another issue. They're inside playing video games. Maybe if it's light out after school, they get an hour worth of soccer in the cold.
No, they're not. It's 25 degrees outside. Stop with this.
Not that cold.
It's cold.
It's not that cold.
You know, you are a piece of work.
Why? I have an opinion that you disagree with. I'm a piece of work.
Because you're the
Why
first.
don't you call me a name while you're at it?
One of those woke libtards.
Close. You're the first one to mock anybody going, what's the matter? It's 13 degrees. You can't go sit out at the AFC Championship game? But now who's doing what in cold
Because
weather?
they're not. I'm not mocking anyone. Just people aren't doing that. And that's why it's a weird issue. I think people are being selfish, which is okay. Like, it's all right to be selfish. Our last caller says, I'm a fisherman. I'm not fishing at 7 a.m. I'm fishing at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he catches striped bass. Right now, you're being a striped ass.
Wow. I'm looking out for the kids. I'm looking out for children that either walk. I was a walker back in the day. Were you a walker?
I was.
Do you know what that means? Like, you walked to school?
Yeah, no kidding.
I walked to elementary school. I did not walk to middle school. It was too far. And I walked to high school. Okay? Imagine doing that at 7 a.m. in pitch black. That's not safe, bro.
Evan.
I'm sorry. I know that's not popular, and you're going to yell at me, but this is why I can never win public office, because I'm not giving you opinions to be popular. I'm telling you the freaking truth. Sometimes it's the hard truth you don't want to hear.
Yeah, but your truth is not everybody's truth.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there's a lot of walkers whose parents don't get out till 5, so they stay for a little after-school activity, and then they have to walk home in the dark. What about them?
On. That's not the same.
It is the same.
It's not as
Why?
many people.
It's a walker walking home in the dark.
You always have to work for the majority, and I think the majority of kids are standing at a bus at 7:45. I'm sorry. You're wrong about this.
This is probably the take. I'd rather you say Mason Miller's not available for the next 15 years than have this take. I'm disgusted.
Yeah, but this isn't new. Like, I've had this opinion for a while.
No, not this passionately. We've gone back and forth on it. This you've really stuck. You know what?
Now it's real.
Yeah.
It's not. The Senate's not passing it.
Yeah, but the House did.
Yeah, but the Senate's not going to pass it. It doesn't do anything.
And the president wants it.
I understand that, but it's not getting to the president's signature. It's just not.
I pray that Mason Miller is traded, that the Senate passes this. Like, we're going to make a montage. Please.
None of it's happening.
We're going to play the game. That's not happening with Evan Roberts.
We're going to play a game, Evan, on the wrong side of history. Who was the third baseman your brain kept telling us?
That would be Nolan Arenado. Here's the problem, Sean. And I'm sorry to say this.
I'd have to do the work.
You'd have to do the work.
Guess what?
All this other stuff, me and Dan do collectively. And Jet, now that I've hired him. You're not going to do it. Hence, your package of me being wrong ain't going to happen unless I say, you know what? That's such a good radio thing. I'll do it for you.
You know, Evan, why? Because I'll be in so much a better mood seeing daylight later in winter. My work ethic will go up, and therefore I'll be willing to do the work.
There's no way that's true.
Oh, yes, it is. I get very depressed.
He just said it. Save it. Clip it.
You're out of shape and you're fat.
Let us go to Al in New Jersey. What's up, Al?
Hey, Al.
Hey guys, how are you? I have a comment for Sean, but before that, I got to get my nerdy Mets take in first. Ev, you were talking about how terrible the Zach Wheeler going to Philly was. I wanted to just add another element to that. If you remember, after the trade deadline, when they did not trade Wheeler with his expiring contract, their rationale was sometimes the pick is more valuable than what you're going to get back. So look at what they got in the pick, and that makes it even another element of how bad that Zach Wheeler was.
Yeah, we actually, it's funny, we went over that, who the guy was, and the guy was actually a throw-in, or at least in the Lindor trade.
Yeah.
But he's a prospect. I already forgot his name. So from that aspect, I mean, you could say it worked out because they used it to trade for Lindor.
Right, and it worked.
I got a quick question for you. Yesterday on the show, we predicted when Cody Bellinger was going to come back, and we all gave our dates. We haven't done that for Juan Soto, mainly because the Mets suck and nobody cares.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to ask you to predict when he comes back. Do you think he should come back?
No. No, there's 17 games under 500. They're way out of it right now. And he's going to come back, let's guess, a month from now.
It's the same timetable as Bellinger, right? 4 to 6 weeks?
If he could, 4 to 6. He come back in a month.
So let's say early September.
Yeah.
That would be the realistic timetable for him.
And there's what, 18 games left?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Maybe a little bit more. A month.
Yeah. And so what is he getting from that? And,
Gets to play baseball.
And what are the Mets getting from that? Because like from a Met standpoint, you'd say, well, maybe it gets some asses in the seats, but they're going to be so far out of it. I doubt it. So I think if we were going to do a long-term bet, which we're not, it's spring of 2027.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do, so it's not even a bet. I don't mind him coming back. Like he said when he was asked about it, he's like, yeah, when I'm 100% healthy, I'll come back.
But he's been battling this on and off
totally agree.
all season.
And that's why you would need to be cautious. But if on September 10th he is 100% and he's ready to play baseball, I personally have no issue with him coming back playing meaningless baseball.
Yeah,
and I get it's meaningless.
I don't have an issue with it either, but I would just wonder what would be the point. Because it's already a lost season.
I'm surprised you'd say, but okay, you're a freaking professional athlete.
Baseball is different. Like,
what if the Giants were buried and you were ready to go for the last week of the year of a meaningless game? You wouldn't want to play?
But football, it matters how you look going into the offseason, more so than in baseball. Like baseball, really good players like Juan Soto are going to get the benefit of the doubt that he's going to be fine when he comes back the next year. A football player, it's like, all right, prove to us that you're worth holding, because your contract's not guaranteed.
Sure.
Prove to us that it's worth us counting on you for the next year.
I will say one reason why, again, I'd be in favor of it and almost supportive of it, there may not be baseball in 2027. I don't think it's wise to necessarily give up opportunities to play baseball when you can, even if the games don't matter, quote unquote, and they're meaningless.
Yeah.
So I'm not against it because I have a feeling if Soto does come back, that'll be one like tiny Met subject that people will bring up. They'll bitch, why is Juan Soto playing? It doesn't matter. It's meaningless. I will be in favor of it because if he's healthy, he's healthy.
Yeah,
go play baseball.
But what if he gets really hurt?
Well, that would be catastrophic.
That would be. So bring him back in into September, middle of September, early September. Play first base.
Yeah, well, I'm in favor of him playing first base.
Do that.
I am under the impression that there may not be baseball at all in 2027. Like I'm getting negative by the day.
Yeah.
And for that reason.
No, you should, because there's zero movement.
And they're hardline with the salary cap, and the owners and the players are dead set against it. And they can't even agree on what the definition of 50-50 financial splits. Like it's really, really bad to where if there's baseball, they're not playing until the summer. So I'm in favor of injured guys playing baseball if they can this season. Bryce Harper went nuclear yesterday. Would we want Aaron Judge to do the same? We'll discuss it coming up. Plus your calls at 888-808-1019.
If you haven't checked out Collars & Co. yet, now is the time. They're the maker of the original dress collar polo that changed the game, and now they've opened their first ever boutique right here in Manhattan on the Upper West Side, 182 Columbus Avenue. Whether you're looking for sharp shirts, everyday style, or their new Maverick Performance Blazer, you'll find clothes that look great and feel even better. Stop by the new Manhattan store and shop online at collarsandco.com. Tell them Tiki sent you. Use code 20 for 20% off your order. That's at collarsandco.com or their brand new boutique on the Upper West Side.
Ever wonder why Fanatics Sportsbook is America's fastest growing sportsbook? Other sportsbooks, well, their rewards are just the same old, but FanCash is the ultimate sports currency, and betting with Fanatics lets you stack FanCash with Fanatics Sportsbook. You can get up to 10% FanCash back on your wagers, win or lose. Use your FanCash to unlock the world of Fanatics with unlimited profit boosts, exclusive merch, collectibles, game tickets, and so much more. If you want value for bets, Fanatics will always have your back. Did I also mention they're giving away millions in fan cash this year with games like Fan Cash Drop? Tap it every Friday and see what all the fuss is about, so switch to a sportsbook that will always give you more to play with. Go check it out yourself and download the Fanatics Sportsbook app today. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Connecticut residents, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones saying on Tuesday that he would consider trading future draft picks to improve the team this year. And I think Jerry Jones should absolutely call the Raiders about star pass rusher Max Crosby. We know Dallas was in on the Max Crosby sweepstakes before Baltimore swooped in, and Baltimore ultimately backed out of that trade. Max Crosby, I think, pushes the Cowboys defense over the line this season. I'm Nick Costa.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
Drip Drop is a doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. Head to dripdrop.com now and use promo code RADIO20.
Hey, Boomer Esiason here. You know, in the game, you always need a backup plan, and your phone is no different. A second line from Red Pocket Mobile is perfect for side gigs, keeping your work and personal numbers separate, and just staying connected without the big carrier price tag. Starting at just $10 a month, you get your choice of 3 major 5G networks with no contracts or credit checks. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Orgavattazona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be, because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve. But my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
New shoes, new clothes, brand new grade. Switch to Verizon to make sure their tech keeps up. This back-to-school season, buy or bring any Android phone and get a Samsung Galaxy tablet on us. Get your kids ready for the school year without breaking the bank. Visit Verizon.com or your local store today. Bring an Android phone or purchase a new phone with device payment on postpaid service plan required. $329.99 tablet device payment purchase with new line on $20 per month tablet plan for 36 months required. Less $330 tablet promo credit applied over 36 months. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-4094. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-4094. That's 800-575-4094.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Attention, have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-358-6868. That's 800-358-6868. Again, 800-358-6868.
Our friends at Town Fair Tire remind you that at Town Fair Tire, you always get the guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Talk sports with Craig Carton and Chris McMonagle on The Carton Show. Afternoons from 2 to 7 on WFAN, WFAN FM, WFAN FM HD1 New York, and Odyssey Sports Station.
How we doing today? Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash. If you've missed any of the program today, you can always rewind it on the free Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. Last night in baseball, the Philadelphia Phillies lost a really disgusting game to the Marlins, 1-0. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Well, here's why I kind of care. Bryce Harper, after the game, did something I shouldn't be surprised about because I know he hates Dave Dombrowski after Dave Dombrowski made the comments that Bryce isn't elite anymore. Yeah. And Bryce was offended by it. So the Phillies lose 1-0. They've struggled a little bit. And Bryce was asked about, hey, what do you guys need to do before the trade deadline? Listen to his answer.
Yeah, I mean, I think we need some help, but, I think we've proved, pretty much all year we've done a pretty good job. But, anytime you can, get some help in here and reinforcements, I think it helps.
Do you think that help would be best coming in the form of an arm or a bat?
I think both. I think obviously everybody knows what we need, so I think I've said it over the last couple of days.
So I think that in his mind, he's taking a shot at Dave Dombrowski. Yeah. But he's also calling out his own team and calling out the guy who runs the team by saying, we're not good enough, go get players.
Yeah.
And you very rarely hear players say that before the trade deadline.
No, you very rarely do, but if you go back to over the last series, starting with the Mets series where they lost 2, they've lost 8 of their last 10. Including the Dodgers, which you can see why they would lose those. The Yankees, they lost 2 of those 3, and now the Marlins, they've lost what should be 2 or 3, and maybe we'll see what the last one is tonight. But it feels like they're in trouble again, and it's the same thing that the Philly fan has been frustrated about. This team is good, obviously, but not good enough, and so I think he's stating the obvious. He's just making it sound like this team hasn't, this ownership or this Dave Dombrowski hasn't put us in position enough to win. It's like he's kicking the fault
right,
to
even
somebody
though
else.
He hasn't played well either.
Of course.
I mean, if Aaron Judge says that, and now Aaron's in a weird spot to do it now because he's injured. So for him to say, hey, we need this, we need that, I think a lot of the return fire from Yankee fans would be like, well, we need you to actually play.
Yeah, Aaron Judge can't ever say that, Evan, because all Aaron Judge needs to say is the team needs me. Like, that's what he should say.
Yeah, when he's hurt. Yeah. If he was healthy,
that's what I mean.
So he could do this.
He can't say it because he's hurt when really what they really need is him.
Right. Of course. No, absolutely.
So he can't say we need help when he really needs to say I need to get healthy.
Right. He's in a weird spot because he's not available.
Yes.
But if Aaron Judge did this while he was healthy, would you applaud it, Sean, or would you be like, dude, shut up and do a better job yourself?
I'd 1,000% applaud it. I don't know.
Especially if it was as obvious as it feels like it is with the Phillies.
Yeah, I also don't know where we come in baseball. This is such a bad thing that Bryce Harper's saying because for years, all we were told is that coming out of locker rooms, they feel like it shows belief in them when a GM goes out and trades for players
and the
to
team.
add to the run. And their team,
And the team.
So
Even
if I'm a
some
player, why would I
individual-
be upset at Bryce that it shows me like, hey, he's shown the GM where we believe in us?
Because even though he's not naming names, he is kind of pointing, like calling out people, even though they're not. It's not calling out a specific player. He's calling out somebody.
Think about this: if the Phillies need an outfielder, as an example, they could use a center fielder. whoever they acquire to play center field is taking at-bats away from somebody currently there.
Okay. Yeah.
Just like you guys when you're like, we need a catcher.
And what was
that's going to take at-bats away from Boston Wells and Ali Sanchez.
What was the I mean, he brought his outfield. I heard this, like he brought his outfield glove to Miami. And
yes.
And what, because they think they're going to trade for a first baseman?
Well, that was his point. He said, I got to be prepared for the trade for anybody. I got to be available.
Yes. That was his, that's very shticky on Bryce's part. That's a typical, look, the guy's a major phony. I respect him. He's a great ball player. And he has every right to still be pissed at Dave Dombrowski. He does not like Dave Dombrowski. So I think this comment was based on, I'm never going to forget what you said about me during the offseason. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious if we would want our players saying that, because while you agree with it, you're also admitting the team isn't good enough. And I don't know if you ever really want to hear that from guys on your roster.
Yeah, when you're 2 games out of first in the division. So
it's a weird thing.
It is. But I give him credit for being honest because he's stating the obvious.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors' update has been given by Joe Shane, who just met the media ahead of the practice. If you're
Well,
curious.
what we know right now is they're not putting him on the PUP list unless he reverses course. What did he say about Malik Neighbors?
All right, so he gave us the plan for Malik Neighbors.
Malik did not start, obviously, on PUP. What are your thoughts about his chances for week 1?
Yeah, we're going to see. Again, this is day 1 here, so we've got a really good plan for him. The medical staff has a really good plan for him, and we're going to always say listen to the patient. So we're going to see how he reacts, and we got a good plan in place. So as long as everything goes as planned, we'll listen to Malik and his body, and again, hopefully he'll be ready, and we'll see how it plays out, but. No predictions right now, just because we have a long way to go still in a lot of camp.
What will he be doing to start camp here?
He'll be out here. You get to see what he's doing. Again, we got a plan in place, and we're going to listen to him on. We had a flight yesterday, and he's still working through some things. So, you guys will see him out here today and can see what all he's going to do.
Has he been running routes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's been an individual. They reported earlier. So he's been doing some of that stuff. So again.
So how did
That was Joe Shane giving us a little window seat at Giant Training Camp, sponsored by Window-Rama's First Down Deals. Save up to 40% on new windows and doors.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, but if you are on the PUP list, and they didn't put him on the PUP list, Darius Slayton is not on the PUP list. If you are on the PUP list, then you can't practice.
Nope.
You can be out there doing stuff on the side with the trainers.
Right. You want to ride the bike or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're not on the PUP list, as he is not, and Darius Slayton is not, then let's say 4 days from now or a week from now, they feel like, all right, you feel healthy enough, you look healthy enough, you can now go practice. That's why you don't put them on the PUP list, so you can see them in practice situations.
Yes, but remember, just because you start camp on PUP, like Andrew Thomas said this year, you could remove him 3 days later.
Right.
So they wanted him from day 1, and you heard Joe Shane say there, he's out there. You can watch him doing these individual routes and everything.
But when you're on PUP, you can steal a roster spot, correct? Like you can have someone else in camp?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's why. Yeah. That's why he's not. But the reason you would want him is for what you just said. You want an extra body in camp, then you can have somebody while he's still getting ready. When he's ready, take him off, and then that guy has to ultimately get cut.
Exactly. But, I mean, it's still positive, right?
Oh, no doubt. I think the fact he's not on the PUP list, the fact that he's going to be out there, it's all positive. I mean, he actually has a puncher's chance of being ready the first few weeks of the season. That is not something I thought.
Not me
I know
either.
we did our Malik Neighbors, when does he play his first game predictions. I can tell you right now, it was not week 1 for me.
No, especially after the softball game, but then we saw him at Fanatics Fest, or not, we didn't personally see him, but we saw him at Fanatics Fest. He didn't look as hampered as he did a month earlier.
No, and here's the truth. I say this kidding, but it's also true. Reporters are not allowed to live tweet anything at practice this year.
Yeah, it's a new rule this year, too. Very interesting.
But knowing that he's out there and this practice is about to happen and Malik Neighbors is going to be doing whatever he's doing, if it looks bad, Pat Leonard will make sure to let us know in a Pat Leonard way.
Right.
If Pat Leonard doesn't say anything negative today at around 4 o'clock, it's probably a really good sign for Malik Neighbors.
Wait, you got something for Pat Leonard.
I don't, but that is Pat's deal. And I say in this case, it's actually a strength for us. Because we could read the
now
room.
You're turning into a compliment?
Well, it's a good thing.
Just
It's a good thing,
crap
because
on the guy.
he's going to say, even if it's not straight, even if it's like lean to Pat Leonard, like, hey, let's be negative at the Giants way, if that doesn't exist today, I actually think it's a really good thing for the Giants.
All right. Have you ever done a one Giant step ranking the Giant beat writers, like the ones you like versus the ones you hate?
No, but it's funny you say that. I've only co-hosted an episode of One Giant Step with one Giant beat writer, and it was Pat Leonard.
How about that? Yeah, really?
Yeah, he got workshopped in as a co-host at one time.
Now he's got his own podcast.
Yeah.
He's got more competition for you. What's it called?
Talking Ball.
Talking Ball is what it's called?
See, I know.
Well, I tell you, there's a lot of Giant podcasts. I was a Giant Insider guy. I listened to those guys, though I heard they had a split up, which I'm devastated about.
Yes, isn't that an inconvenient bluth?
What does that even mean?
That's just another name of a podcast.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't even know what does it.
Sure, let's start a podcast. I'll start a Giant podcast.
But he's already got two.
Why
You want another one?
Yeah, let's go do another one.
All right, Tiki.
Well, how about you just get rid of the kid you're doing one giant step with and replace him with Tiki?
By the way, he can still produce it, I think. But if Tiki wants to co-host, he gets slid right out.
Because that's what he was, right? He was a producer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
I agree.
Anyhow, do you know what happened with Giant Insider? Because I like those guys. They had a breakup, I heard.
Yeah, I really have no idea. It's Chris and Jerry. I had Jerry on Talking Giants, and all I was told was don't ask about Chris. And I had no idea. They broke up until after that podcast.
And now I'm asking you about it on the radio?
Yeah, honestly,
you don't have information to share.
Not only do I not have information to share, if I'm being honest, I really don't care.
I care, but I also like both guys, so now I don't want to get involved. So don't ask me
I think that's
anything.
why I don't care, because I like both guys too. So why do I need to hear both sides?
I love their podcast. I haven't listened since the breakup. I don't know what it sounds like now.
Well, I have a
And who
couple
am I loyal
podcasts
to?
you can listen to.
You know, I already listen to your podcast, but here's the problem. I like both guys, so if they're going to split up and do different podcasts, I can't spread myself that thin. I can't listen to every freaking Giants podcast. Then I feel like I'm picking a side if I listen to one of them. I hate this.
They won't know.
They won't know?
They won't
They'll know when I make references to it on the air.
They won't know which one you chose.
They will when I make a reference. When I'm like, oh, and I was listening to blah, blah.
You got to be judicious.
I know.
You know, just do one that you listen to all the time and then half listen to the other one, just like a couple of minutes, and then say, I heard this on the other one.
I know. Feels like a divorced couple now. I don't know what to do.
Right. Who do you stay friends with?
I like them both. Let's go to
Shia
in
What's
Queens.
going on there?
What's up, Shia?
What's up, Evan? How you doing?
We're good.
Honestly, I heard you guys talking about the daylight savings time thing before, and honestly, this stuff triggers me bad. I'm an electrical foreman on a job site, and getting up early in the dark is absolutely miserable. Going home in the dark, okay, there's lights on the street, you can drive, you're already awake, you've had a day, you might be tired, but who cares? You're in your car, or you're on the train, or whatever it is. It doesn't change if it's light or dark. Waking up in the dark, starting work in the dark is so miserable. It's terrible. Also, the kids going to school, getting kids up in the dark.
I know. I agree with you. It's the problem is Sean is an ogre when it comes to this stuff.
I'm not.
Some may say he's a
butthole.
I'm not being an ogre, but that caller just proved the point. There are only two negatives to this change. One is kids at the bus stop, all of 3 minutes, and they're on the bus and
That's
they're out
not
of here.
true.
Yes, it is, because times have changed and bus stops are less frequent. Number two,
more frequent. More frequent stops.
Number two, I hate to tell you this, a lot of America gets up and goes to work in the dark, and they don't have an issue.
Don is in Wayne, New Jersey. What's up, Don?
Hey, Don.
Evan, Tiki, how you doing?
All's well.
Listen, I don't know if you remember, I called you guys last year in September with the Mets with the new pricing of the tickets, and I was upset because the tickets went from 78,000 to 102,000.
I remember. Yeah, you were the one who was telling me about the tickets going up, and they obviously did because I took a beating too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
So I was in shock yesterday. I get a call, representative, and they want to know now about next year. So last year they wanted to know in September, by the end of September, and the Mets were still almost, going to make a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So I ended up doing it. That's fine. But this year it's like a disaster. So they need to know now this week. And then if you don't decide to go forward, you have to let them know. You have to opt out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like ridiculous now. And the big thing is they're not raising the prices this year. Well, they got 30% from me from last year. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying because I got the email, I guess it was a few days ago, and he's right, where they said, we've got great news. We're not raising your prices. And my response is,
Okay.
no kidding.
You did it last year.
And my first response is, are you lowering them? Which they're not, but they should, especially after the raise from last year. And yeah, it does feel very early in terms of them wanting your money. Here's the biggest issue with the Mets and eventually the Yankees asking for our money for next season. There may not be a next season. And you guys are going to hold our money as if there is. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, I know that this isn't a Met thing. This is a baseball thing. I get it. I understand it. The Mets are not orchestrating the lockout. But you're asking for thousands upon thousands of dollars. And yes, you could pay it over a period of time. But I didn't see anything written about a lockout clause. I didn't see anything written about what if there are no games. So I'll ask the Mets and the Yankees very respectfully on the radio, what's your plan? And that silence isn't just because I'm asking a rhetorical question. They don't have one for us.
Right.
And that's a problem because it's tough to ask people to lay out money on a season that may not happen. And if you opt out, well, you don't have access to your tickets anymore. You lose this benefit, that benefit. Like, it feels like an unfair threat. And it sucks. Now, I admit, I'm a sucker. I'm always going to stay. My dad was a season ticket holder since the 70s, so it's not going to change what I do. But I understand the people out there saying, you want to hold on to my money for a season that may not happen?
I wouldn't.
Crazy talk, man.
But there will be people that do.
Because they feel like, well, what am I supposed to do?
What else can I do? I have to do this.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my tickets. But yes, congratulations. The Mets aren't raising ticket prices. Let's have a party. Let's go to Dom in New Rochelle. What's up, Dom?
What's up, boys? Tiki, you're the best. 1999, Monday Night Football versus Dallas. You know what I'm talking about.
Man.
One of my favorite moments. One of my favorite moments of you.
I was the player of the game that game.
Damn right.
Yes, you were. Anyway, Sean, you said you don't want a desperate Titans team at 0-2 playing the Giants.
Yeah.
Well, I actually agree. I agree only if the Giants are 0-2 at that point. See, I called the other day saying they need to be 1-1 before that game. Because if they're 0-2, it becomes a must-win. Yep. And you told me, how can you say week 1 is a must-win and then week 3 is a must-win? So that's why I would love to kick off the Harbaugh era with the win versus Dallas, restoring Giants' pride. We haven't beaten them in the whole entire Dak era besides his rookie year. So my point is that, my whole point is that if it's important to be 1-1 before that Titans game,
I agree.
which I think we will be, because if they're not, then you're back in that early week must-win type of games, which they fall into year after year.
I agree. I just can't agree that 2 games could be a must-win in the first 3. Because if the first one you lose is a must-win, then you're doomed. Then it's not a must-win.
I don't think the Giants, because of their schedule and because of, I guess, the belief I have in their roster and their head coach are in a must-win. I think the Jets feel more like that for week 1 because of the fact that they're facing what could be a lousy Tennessee team, at least on paper. We don't know.
Yeah.
And then the schedule really stiffens where the Jets could realistically be staring at 0-4 if they lose week 1. Must win is a term I hate. I hate that term. I've been phrasing the Jets week 1 game as we'll find out if they're going to have a season game.
Yeah.
Because if they lose that game, I mean, what kind of season are you really having? You're probably staring at 0-4 and you're going to be buried.
Here's the issue with the Jets. And this is not meant to be a shot, but it's also the reality. The Jets on everybody else's schedule is the definition of a must-win, especially if you're in a Titans kind of realm where you want to make a run at
Totally
something.
get it. No, I think there's a group of teams, and coincidentally, the Jets play a bunch of these teams. They're the really, really bad teams that are going to look at the other really bad teams and say, oh, we could win that game.
Right.
Think about these games on the Jets schedule, and I think they all fit what I just described. The Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns, the Dolphins twice, the Vegas Raiders, the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games, by the way. Not that they're going to win them all.
Which is why I got to 5 when you asked me this the other day.
Yeah, but the thing is, you have them winning those games.
No, you're right.
They're not going to win all of them.
Right.
Will they win a few of them?
Right. That's the going down the win-loss thing
Right.
with the Jets where you say, I could see them winning this game.
Sure.
Now, to get them multiple, you have to steal games that you're not supposed to win.
And I think they will. I think there's a game on the schedule that if you play that dopey win-loss game, you'll say, it's a loss. They're going to win a game none of us expect. But they're also probably going to split with the Dolphins. Like, they're not beating the Dolphins twice, as bad as we may think Miami's going to be. And I'm very proud of myself. I turned a Giant call into a Jet call, and I'll tell you exactly why I did that. Okay. Because this whole conversation about the Tennessee Titans and, I need the Titans to not be 0-2, it came from a discussion about the New York freaking Jets.
All gas, no brakes.
And Sean hijacked it and made it a Giants story. And that guy who just called in, great caller, is like the 5th different person to talk about Sean's hijacked point when we were talking about the Jets. I took it right back. I'm
proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you. But how about this? How about, hey, Sean, nice job. You took a different angle on something we had, and it's created 4 hours worth of buzz.
Well, first of all, it wasn't 4 hours worth of buzz.
It's been a caller in every hour.
It has been. It really has been.
I understand that,
People
but it
are
was
still talking about this opinion Sean had 3 hours ago.
Must have been a somewhat interesting point.
And I'm not saying this is the case, so I want to be careful with you, Sean. You know I love you. There's a fine line between, I said something and it sparked people to have interest in it, and it also just being stupid. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I could say something incredibly dumb right now, and the lines will be lit up with debating it. That doesn't mean it was a good thing to say or it was smart. Sometimes we have too much of that in media.
Listen, I agree with that point, no doubt.
That's a great point.
It is a great point. However, I'm going to push back. I don't think that was a stupid point. I think it was just a point nobody would think of, and I should be credited with that.
And again, what was your point for anyone tuning in? Because I've already lost track.
The point was this. Who should Giant fans root for in week 1, the Titans or Jets?
Yeah, you want them to win.
I want the Titans to win.
Desperate.
They're playing the Eagles in week 2. I don't want them 0-2 desperate in week 3. That's all.
That was the point. All right. Makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much for giving us that.
Makes a ton of sense. Baseball question for you, Evan.
Of course.
So we're watching the Mets game.
Oh, don't mention a Met game.
I just got to watch it. A.J. Ewing leads off with what I would say a hit. How did you score it?
I didn't score it because I don't know what it was scored, and I'm doing a radio show. And so one of my priorities is not to find out if it was a hit or an error. But if you're asking me what I would have called that,
what you have called it?
I would have called that an E5.
It was a hit.
It was a ground ball to third base hit by A.J. Ewing to Austin Riley. It went under his glove. I would have called it an error. I don't know what it was called because, believe it or not, I am focusing on the show that we're doing.
Sure.
Do you want me to find out?
No, I know what it was.
Oh, what was the rule?
It was ruled an error.
It was ruled an error. So I got okay.
I thought it was a hit.
I'm going to write that down.
But whatever.
No, I think it was an error.
All right.
I think it was a play you should have made. That is a fun game. I was on MLB Network many years ago, and I forget whose show it was. The Kenny guy, Brian Kenny.
Yeah.
And they had a segment, very creative, geeky segment, I must say. Me and Big Mac would love it. Everyone at the station would roll their eyes, where they would show you a play like that and say, hit or error. You know who has a game like that? Mookie Betts has a podcast. And God knows he can't hit anymore. But Mookie Betts has a podcast in which, like, he had Bryce Harper on. I'll use it as an example. And he'll show a pitch. And before the umpire makes a call, the game is ball or strike. And Bryce Harper has to basically tell you if it's a ball or strike.
Okay.
It's a fun game.
It is a fun game, except now there's ABS. So even if you're wrong, you can be right.
I agree. But it's like you're the umpire. Yeah. So you think it's easy. Is that a ball or a strike? So it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, I would have called it an error.
All right.
And what did you say it was called?
It was called an error.
Oh, okay, good. I wrote that down correctly. We'll get back to your calls in a second, 888-808-1019. And we got some football news outside of the locals involving the quarterback position. We'll give you an update on that coming up. It's Evan and Tiki with Sean Morash.
And this portion of the program was sponsored by Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonades Plus Vodka. It's not a seltzer, it's a Surfside.
Summer's newest drink is here. Meet Super Light, a refreshing vodka plus aid canned cocktail with only 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles. Grab a variety pack or your favorite flavor at stores and bars near you. Must be 21 and over. Please drink responsibly.
Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books with Western One Sports. The road to the U.S. Open for tennis continues with Day 3 in Washington, D.C., and I think Rafa Hodar steamrolls Kei Nishikori. Hodar has made a rapid ascent up the rankings and gets Nishikori in round 2 today, who's hanging him up at the end of the year. I love a good Hollywood script as much as the next person, but Nishikori has barely been able to play this year because of injuries, and the sweltering humidity in D.C. will do him no favors. Hodar to cover the 4.5 game spread. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The summer is here and it is hot. If you think a new central air conditioning system is out of your budget, you got to think again. Sloman's is here to change the game with their super savings sale. They're offering cutting-edge 18-SEER 2026 refrigerant-compliant R454B systems, expertly installed by their certified technicians, all at the lowest prices of the year. That's right, you get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Plus, they're including a comprehensive 5-year service plan that includes annual system checks, filter replacement, and refrigerant to keep your AC running smoothly all summer long. Servicing all of Long Island and Queens, you can call the team at Sloman's today, 516-932-7000 for your free estimate. But you gotta hurry, these cool savings aren't going to last. So don't miss out. Call 516-932-7000 or visit ac.slomans.com. That's ac.slomans.com. Terms and conditions do apply.
Zona? Is that a word? In the 2026 Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid, it might as well be. because it can be one road trip. It's all about turbocharged power and hybrid efficiency working together, so you get the thrill of quick acceleration and the satisfaction of fuel efficiency. Book a test drive and keep the adventure going. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Hey everyone, Boomer Esiason here. I've spent years on the field learning what really matters most: reliability, consistency, and trust. That's why I love Red Pocket Mobile. You choose from 3 major 5G networks. Plans start at just $10 a month and stay there. Plus, real customer care answers in under 2 minutes. Red Pocket Mobile, your new ultimate cell carrier.
Relive an amazing Mets season when the 1986 World Series champions reunite at Citi Field on Saturday, August 1st. Be there to celebrate the players, memories, and moments that made 86 unforgettable. Get your tickets now at Mets.com/tickets.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hey, Metro New York. Ready for real savings? Switch to Allstate today. Because drivers who switched saved an average of $713 on their auto insurance. So, what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for an auto insurance quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Listen weekdays to Evan and Tiki for the Call of the Day. Brought to you by Wind Creek Bethlehem. Must be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Living in the city that never sleeps, you need a powerful home connection that keeps pace with your midnight grind. Keep your connection as legendary as the city itself. If you're a Verizon mobile customer, switch to Fios Home Internet and get reliable 100% fiber optic speed for just $20 a month. It's high-speed fiber dependability for less than a week of subway rides. Visit Verizon.com and switch today. Availability varies for Fios customers with AutoPay, Mobile Plus Home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. One offer per eligible account. Additional terms apply. Limited time offer.
This summer, cool down with Dunkin' Refreshers. Sip on black cherry or try the all-new pink pineapple. Or try one of their flavorful fan favorites like mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. All of them are ice cold and refreshing. Dunkin' Refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. A whole lot of flavor and very refreshing. It's a sip of summer, only at Dunkin'. Dunkin' Refreshers are fruit-flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Terms and exclusions may apply.
Injured in an accident? Your case in the hands of one lawyer may settle for $100,000, but in the hands of the right law firm could be worth millions. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been representing injury victims for over 50 years, winning and collecting billions for our clients. And we're not stopping now. The Rothenberg Law Firm, 1-800-624-8888, or visit us at injurylawyer.com.
Be a lawyer for injured ones, injurylawyer.com.
Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And that's not always an easy thing for me to achieve, but my friends at CertaPro Painters, they had no such problems. Big jobs or small, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call now at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. 1-800-GO-CERTA. Call CertaPro Painters today and get a no-nonsense free estimate on a professional job that you'll be happy with for years to come.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
The Fan Focus is presented by Chef IQ. Watch the game, not the grill. Get your gear at ChefIQ.com. Mets and Braves underway in game number 1. Nothing to score in the second inning. Game number 2 is tonight at 7:10. Chris Sale, Christian Scott. The Yankees looking for their third straight win over the White Sox. It's Cam Schlittler night. Takes on Davis Martin at 7:40 p.m. And how about this from last night's Yankee game? It was the first time all season the Yankees won and all 4 other AL East teams lost on the same night.
That hasn't happened at all this season?
No.
You'd think it would have happened once. I know that last night was a good night for the Yankees because of that, but I would have figured there's so many days to a baseball season.
I wonder how many nights one of these AL East teams is always playing another AL East team as a result of that.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. That's a fair point. There may not have been that many opportunities. Either way, point well taken. It was a positive night for the New York Yankees, and they've got a chance to take this series officially with their ace or not their ace?
No, their ace. Their ace is on the mound tonight.
He is on the mound tonight. It's not the guy who pitched last night?
When you have 3, like when you play cards, you could have 2 aces.
Oh, so you're saying you have multiple aces?
Yes.
If you had to pick a ace, you don't have a ace?
I think the guy who's going to win the Cy Young is the ace.
Okay. Cam Schlittler. More on that maybe tomorrow.
Isn't it an ace?
An ace. A ace, an ace.
An ace.
It's definitely an ace.
It's an ace. A couple of football notes. We'll get back to your calls, not involving the local teams. Number one, not a surprise, but Clint Kubiak, the new head coach of the Raiders, said it's Kirk Cousins' job. And that Fernando Mendoza, the number 1 overall pick, the future superstar quarterback, is actually going to start the season as the backup.
Fernando Mendoza.
But it does seem like he's going to get plenty of reps with the first team, and they're going to mix guys around. And Kirk Cousins got to hold on to that job because that's how it should be. And we had this conversation about Geno Smith to start the show. But you give Kirk Cousins the job because he has the experience. He knows how to run teams. He's familiar with this offense in theory, and so you make Fernando Mendoza win it from him.
So I'm racking my brain. Did not go to AI. Let's use our brain cells here. How many number 1 overall picks sat right away? Because most of the time, you're taking number 1 overall at quarterback. You play. Cam Ward was taking number 1 overall. He played. Andrew Luck was taking number 1 overall. He played. I got a few that jump out at me just off the top of my head.
Didn't play.
That did not play right away. They all eventually play, of course. Baker Mayfield is one that jumps out at me.
Yep.
Carson Palmer, that was a long time ago, and he didn't play at all.
Did Kyler Murray? No,
I think played right away.
Right away.
What
Played
about
right away.
Jared Goff?
Jared Goff is another. I think you got Goff, you got Baker, you got Palmer. Did Michael Vick play right away?
Oh, good question.
I don't think he did. Now, that was a long time ago, though, in fairness.
that was my era. I don't know.
I almost want to eliminate Kitna, the Carson Palmer, Kitna thing, and Michael Vick, only because I would want to use more recent examples.
Yeah.
And the recent examples, in fairness, are Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff. But it ain't a long list, which is the point.
Yeah.
Like, this is a rare thing that the Raiders are going to do.
Vick's rookie year, he only started 2 games.
There you go. So Michael Vick's another example.
Who started in front of him?
I will find that out for you.
Chris Chandler.
Was Chandler still there?
I'm guessing. I mean, you got to look it up.
7-9 coached by Dan Reeves.
I don't know.
No, you nailed it.
Did I nail it?
Chris Chandler. 14 games. He was 6-4.
I guess I know what I'm talking about.
I can't even forgot Chris Chandler.
This is where Sean's supposed to say good job. Like,
Good
I'm looking
job.
for
Good job,
approval
Evan.
from Sean Moran.
Who scored the most points in Mike Vick's rookie
Why
year
are
opening
you?
day?
Well, hold on a second. Why are you taking me getting something right into? Oh, okay. He thinks he's so smart. Let me just throw some random trivia questions at him.
It's funny to look back. The very first game of that Falcon year where Mike Vick sat, who scored the most points in the game?
In the game?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you. Go
Jay
ahead.
Feely.
Oh, future
Feely.
Congressman Jay
He was
Feely.
the Falcons kicker.
How about that?
I don't remember him being on the Falcons.
I don't either.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that one. The other piece of news is that the Atlanta Falcons have a chance to be really bad this year because both of their potential starting quarterbacks, you've got Michael Penix Jr. and you got
coming off injury.
Tagovailoa.
And you got Tua. They're both hurt.
They're
They're
both hurt.
both right now a little banged up going into the beginning of training camp.
Who's the third string quarterback?
They just signed Cooper Rush.
Oh.
They went out and signed
Former Cowboy,
Cooper Rush.
he bounced around a lot.
The update out of Atlanta looks like Tua ready to go next week. It could be another 3 to 4 weeks for Penix.
Oh, he's not going to. Yeah, so Tua's starting the season then.
Yeah, I would lean towards that, but he's not finishing the season. The problem with Atlanta is that while Tua and Michael Penix Jr. still have, potential because they're relatively young. And Tua's obviously done it before prior to the concussions, and Michael Penix Jr. is still young. Both of those guys feel like they're never going to be healthy. Like they both feel like it's just never going to happen for both of them.
One way or another, they're going to find ways to not be available for you, and then you end up having to play Cooper Rush or whoever else is on this roster.
They're going to draft one next year. It's another team to keep an eye on
Feels like
because
it.
That's another team that the Jets may be jockeying with. And I'm not talking about the number 1 overall pick. I'm just talking about drafting a quarterback. Another team that will trading up or just maybe selecting ahead of you. Let's get back to your calls. 888-808-1019 is the number. Let's go to Mario in Long Beach. Hey, Mario.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Great show, as always.
Appreciate you, Mario.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, so I think, very interesting about, I'm a retired banker, and I have one of my customers was a neurologist.
You're a retired banker. You're a regular caller. Yeah. I feel like we've talked a million times, and you just hit me by saying that. Like, we don't know each other on a personal level, and now I feel like I do because now I know what you did for a living.
Okay, well, why
not?
Are you?
Because I'm not. Now I want to know more. Like, are you married?
Yes.
Do you have kids?
No.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Retired banker.
Retired banker, married, no kids. Okay.
I started in banking when I was 16 years old, and I worked my way up to vice president. I wound up being the first vice president branch manager that didn't go to college.
How about that?
Right.
Dude, I feel like we're BFFs now.
That's impressive.
That's pretty awesome. You can make your point now. I feel like it's more personal now between all of us.
No, appreciate you asking. Thank you. So this is the point he was bringing up. Jaxson Dart, right? He had a concussion, but he was also in the tent 4 or 5 other times, right?
Yes.
So he was telling me that when there is no definitive way to decide in the tent if you really have a concussion, it's a judgment call by the doctor who's in there.
Yeah.
Right? You don't really know for sure.
You don't take the full concussion protocol. It's just like what day is it? How many fingers type of thing.
Yeah. So he also said that 50% or more of it is what the player answers to questions.
Right.
So you got to figure they're not going to answer anything that's going to keep them out of the game, and they're probably going to lie. So he's saying probably a lot of times he was in the tent. He may have had a concussion.
No, you're right about that,
and it wasn't
Mario.
diagnosed.
Mario, you're right about that. Every player does this. I remember famously Peyton Manning said he was because that's when they started instituting those like the test you had to take, and then ultimately go in, you take the test, and based on the baseline of your test, Peyton Manning basically said, I'm going to dumb down the baseline so that if I do get a concussion, I can still come back out and play.
Right.
The point being, no player wants to sit, especially in the NFL. Baseball, maybe. Basketball, absolutely. Nobody wants to sit.
He's such a hater.
But I'm being honest. Nobody wants to sit in football.
Right.
Like, nobody's going to say willingly, go do my job for me while I'm not available. Because in football, you can lose your job.
No, I totally get that. So you're going to do whatever you can to get back on the field?
100%.
I loved learning more about Mario. He's a regular caller to WFAN. You may find his voice familiar. I was right to not pry any further. Because, when he said he's married, he doesn't have kids, my next question was, well, why? Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's such a personal question.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether it could be anything.
Right.
And I feel like, why go down that road? So I just wanted you to know that I was thinking about it.
I know you were.
But I realized that's like a thing you don't touch with people. He could have brought it up. He could have said, here's the reason. I didn't know what to say. That's why I said that's cool. Or I said, congratulations.
And Evan, just to let you know, we all were thinking that. Therefore, we wouldn't have re-brought it up like you just now.
Well, I'm bringing it up because he's no longer on the phone with us.
Okay.
And we can talk. That's fine. He can listen, but we're all thinking the same thing. But it's also like this etiquette. You just don't ask something like that.
I just assumed he never consummated.
Is that what you assumed? See, now Mario has a choice, and it's completely up to him. The next time he calls in, he can say, here's the reason why, or he could say, no, that's private and never bring it up again, and I'll never bring it up again.
Right.
It'll just be background. So my question to you is long-term prediction. The next time Mario calls, does he bring up the decision to not have kids, or does he let it completely go away?
No, he brings it up.
You think he brings it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
He feels like an open book.
Sean Morash?
He brings it up, and he probably brags how many times he laid pipe.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I don't think he does. I think it goes away. I think Mario's also straight business. He wants to make a sports point.
Yes.
I don't think he's going to bring up, so me and my wife, we didn't have kids. I don't think he's going to do any of that. But we'll see. We'll save this long-term prediction, and we'll never bring it up to him. So it's not like we don't say anything. His next phone call will be his decision on if he's going to bring it up or not.
And nobody besides you will remember this.
You won't remember this?
No, I already forgot. What was his name?
You know Mario.
There's something else, man. Of course. Mark in Oceanside. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
First, I'm married with no kids, and I'm retired.
Very cool. I'm glad to know that. Good for you, man.
Two things on the Mets. to you, Evan, and the guys. Number one, I'm scared to death of the trade deadline. Why? Because David Stearns will be going up against general managers with winning records, and I'm afraid he will get fleeced inside and out.
Well,
he's also very protective because he said this about his farm system. Like
the man from Milwaukee. But he's not trading his farm system. He's trading veterans.
I know. But he wants his farm. So if he's going to get fleeced, that means you're getting rid of somebody that, as a Met fan, you're watching not watching actual games, but just paying attention to the AAA or AA prospects, and you can't wait for them to come. And I feel like David Stearns has put an emphasis on building their farm system.
Yeah, but he's not trading prospects.
I agree. So he's not trading prospects, but I'm saying to his point, if he gets fleeced, that's what he would get fleeced. Like, how's he getting fleeced trading Sean Manaea or Kodai Senga?
This is the point. You nailed it. We are in a weird moment at the trade deadline.
With the Mets.
The Mets and the Yankees are completely different. The Yankees are going to buy players. They're going to trade prospects. We are not going to know if those prospects turn into anything. Based on Brian Cashman's track record, they will not. It's true. They will not. Like the track record says, the prospects you trade are not going to turn into anything. The Mets are selling off guys. Let's just assume the guys they sell off are just exclusively guys who are free agents at the end of the year. There's no Lindor trade. There's nothing crazy like that. It is A.J. Minter. It's Brooks Raley. It's Freddie Peralta. It's Clay Holmes. All the guys who are free agents. I got news for every single person listening. The odds are very high that the young players they get back will never turn into anything. We were so excited about Luis Angel Acuna. Look at Steve Cohen. He spent all this money to buy down a contract to get a good prospect. That prospect is a borderline major leaguer who they traded away for Luis Robert Jr. Same thing the Verlander trade. We don't know about Ryan Clifford yet. And the other guy they got in the deal, they traded as one piece in a 4-player trade for a relief pitcher who's no longer on the team. My point is the impact of trade deadline deals, more times than not, have zero impact when you're the team getting the prospects. So because of that, the bar is so low, so there's nothing to be worried about.
Right.
What the hell are you worried about? That the prospect they get back for A.J. Minter turns out to be a AA pitcher who never makes the majors? Guess what? The odds are that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, just make sure he's over 6 feet.
Yeah, that's the Tiki rule. Like, honestly, and I've analyzed it because I'm that big of a loser. If you look at the history of not just Mets or Yankees, but trade deadline deals in general, even when you're excited about the prospect, I'm looking at you, Sean. Clint Frazier.
Yep.
Can you believe we got Clint Frazier?
Justice Sheffield.
What do they turn into?
Nothing.
So I don't think you should ever be worried about the fleecing at the trade deadline. It's just what's sad is it's not going to make an impact. And right now you can convince yourself it's going to make an impact because it's a prospect, so you can excite yourself. But I'm telling you right now, we saw with the Verlander and Scherzer deals, the odds are very low that those guys are going to be impactful. So don't be worried. Like, what are you worried about?
Right.
That you're getting a AA player for A.J. Minter? That's what you're getting for A.J. Minter. Freddie Peralta is going to get back a prospect. I'm going to do a RICO on the guy. We're going to hope he's great. And guess what? The odds are he's not going to be great. They just don't tend to happen. And sometimes they do. And you know how they do? You trade Lucas Duda when you're selling guys off, and you get a no-name relief pitcher named Drew Smith, who Met fans were like, wanted to run out of town, even though, yes, he made the major league. So from that standpoint, it was a success, right? He was a major leaguer. But he wasn't any good. And then he was gone. You forgot his existence. So trade deadline sucks. That's the point.
I have a trade deadline point to make in a second, but Mario in Long Beach has called back off the air. And he has given me the answer.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, hold on a second. That doesn't count.
It does. Because he called right back.
He said, I got to run, but the guy should know before the show.
Oh, so he wanted to give it? Okay, go ahead.
He said he got married at 60 years old.
That makes sense.
So he said a little too old to have kids.
He was the man, then. Bachelor for life.
You think he was just like, as Sean says, laying the pipe for 35 years?
As a single banker? Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And then at 60, he said enough?
Yeah. I want to settle down. I want to be with somebody.
Yeah, I think by 60, I don't want to die alone.
That's pretty impressive.
It is pretty impressive.
Thank you, Mario.
Now, deadline-wise, a new contender has emerged to be added to the New York Yankees.
What does that mean?
ESPN did a whole article on what's going on, the latest rumors. This is Passan and Jorge Castillo converging on this, and this is the blurb that's come out of it. The St. Louis Cardinals are listening to Lars Nootbaar and Ivan Herrera, the catcher-designated hitter, And thrown in little parentheses here, Herrera has drawn interest from the Yankees and the Red Sox.
So look this up for me, because Ivan Herrera is hitting.
He's
but it
caught 60
feels
games.
like this is what I was going to get at.
Yes.
It feels like he DHs a lot.
Yeah.
And so why is that? Like, what are his defensive numbers? Are they any good? Does he have a
grades
bad-
out as a below-average defensive catcher, but he has a 121 OPS plus
So
career.
what's the alternative? What are they doing instead at catcher?
Who are we talking about?
The Cardinals?
The Cardinals.
Screw the Cardinals. Who cares if they're selling the guy off? It's
Well,
not your problem.
I'm saying if of course, Evan. But if he's not catching because they're everyday-ish catcher,
right?
It's just a great catcher. Like why is he available?
Why are the Cardinals?
Yes.
Wait, what's your question? Why they trade? Well,
Why
they're
is
under
he-
500, and I guess they just don't think the team is that good. They weren't supposed to be good.
So he's just a young catcher, more of a future catcher for them.
Well, obviously not if they want to trade the guy.
No, the guy who's playing.
Oh, Pedro Pajes. He sucks too. I don't know. I don't know why.
And they have Jimmy Crooks as well.
I would assume they probably don't play Herrera a lot behind the plate because he's not a good defender.
Yeah.
Which leads to the question on, do you have confidence trading for a catcher while he has great offensive numbers or really good offensive numbers? Are you going to catch him? Like,
Yeah.
are you capable of catching him?
You can't, with the Yankees in particular, afford to bring him in and just have him be a DH.
No, he's got to catch.
Yeah,
Like, if
of
he
course.
comes here, he's going to catch. He's not going to DH very often, if at all. So that's the part I don't know. See, that's where it sucks, and I hate defensive metrics, but you got to look at them because otherwise, all I can tell you about Ivan Herrera, my first reaction, what did I say? I know he can hit. It feels like he doesn't catch a lot. Why doesn't he catch a lot?
Yeah.
Is there a defensive issue? And if he is a defensive issue, do the Yankees say to themselves, and I actually would, this is what I would say, I'll give up the defense a little bit because I need some offense.
Yeah.
And I'll mix and match with Austin Wells because Austin Wells is still a good defender, especially if you look at pitch framing numbers.
Right.
And I'll live with it because I want to add some punch to this lineup. I'd be willing to do it because I think the Yankee offense needs it enough. The question is, are the Yankees?
I also think you have to operate if they're the Yankees, whereas, yeah, we'll catch him, we'll see how this works out. But if it doesn't, I can't assume that we're getting both Judge and Stanton back. Both.
Right.
Meaning you probably will have reps at DH that are readily available when the games get even more important down the line and you want Herrera's bat. And then, by the way, next year, you reevaluate whether Stanton's even on this freaking team, and you could DH Herrera from that point forward.
Here's what's so crazy. And this is part of the it's not our problem syndrome, but I still think about it. The reason I don't think you're getting Ryan Jeffers from the Minnesota Twins is that they're a half game out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Cardinals, and I don't think they're any good. Remember we had that argument?
Yep.
Do you remember the argument?
I do.
I won.
Yeah, you did.
Basically, it was a few months ago.
It was.
It was an offhanded comment where I said the Cardinals aren't any good.
I just have this ingrained history of the Cardinals finding ways, and they just haven't recently.
That is true. The Cardinals have a great history. They're always good. But the Cardinals were about to play the Mets, I think. And Tiki's like, yeah, they're 8 games above 500. And I said, they suck. And Tiki was like, but they're 8 games above 500. I was
Right.
like, I don't care what their record is. They're not any good. They will end up being a bad team.
This is where history lies to you.
Yes.
It lied to me.
It lied to you. And you didn't trust me.
I didn't.
You just said, Evan, you're wrong. And I said, no, they're not any good. And so here we are all these months later. You thought I forgot about the
And
argument.
They want a fire sale.
And now they're going to have a fire sale. The Yankees are going to benefit from it. And I'm like, you see, they suck.
We'll say thank you, Evan.
But here's what's crazy about them sucking. They're 2 games out of a playoff spot. Like, we're living in a world right now in baseball where teams, and again, not the Yankees' problem, right? Just take advantage of it, where there are teams who are right there in playoff races saying, well, we don't think the team's any good. Let's just get rid of good players. That is unbelievable to me.
That's the problem with baseball because
Isn't it?
Yeah, because if you're the Cardinals or any of these teams that are right there around 500, you have a chance to make the postseason, and all of a sudden you start hearing the simmering fires coming that, hey, we're selling. It's a sell-off. If you're a player on that team,
oh, you're devastated.
You're just like, dude, you quitting on us?
It's brutal. And baseball's the kind of sport, I argue with you guys all the time, that just make the playoffs, you have a chance to win it all.
Right.
I don't care how flawed you are. And I would think that way. And at 2.5 games out, the Cardinals are like, nah, we suck. Richie in Queens roots for the Giants. They're so buried that he can't even confuse himself into thinking they're in it.
What up?
Sorry,
I'm
Richie.
not involved with this, although my guys are going. And I'm glad you didn't ask that question, Ev, because maybe Bob Grant would have asked it. How come you didn't have kids? I thought you handled that very eloquently.
Thank you.
Real quick, on the baseball.
Yes.
They're not going to get Jeffers, the Yankees. Arise doesn't make sense, although he would be such a good contact hitter for you guys. They're not going to move Jazz to third. I think Weathers goes to the bullpen to be if they don't get a solid relief pitcher like Mason Miller. Real quick with the football team, I'd be look, if they win we cannot assume that they're winning the first game against Dallas.
No.
They never beat Dallas. This would be such a put them on a certain pedestal. And with your Jets, just to end it, and I agree with you, Teak. You know, here goes Gino. Giza talks about leadership. Says what he has to do. He's a veteran leader, this and that. And what he did this past 3 months or 4 months, there's no credibility. There really isn't, because he kind of knows that. I think that he knows that Aaron Glenn's job is on the line, depending how they start. So for him to come out and say that he's going to be the guy, he's going to be the leader, and Ev, I think there's upside. I'm really curious what Reich does with Mason and Sadiq. I think they're going to have really good tight end situation. I think the receivers are better. So if Gino could be good, and plus they got some pieces with Fitzpatrick, and I will make one prediction. They will have more interceptions than last year.
Yeah,
obvious.
They're going to be, forget have more. They're going to be in the top half of the league in forcing turnovers, just because I think a lot of it is luck. Well, and they had so much bad luck.
Yeah, you're right. But just
years.
back to Gino, this is the first couple of days of this training camp for the New York Jets is so important for everybody, but in particular for Geno Smith. Not because of all the offseason stuff, but he's got to establish himself as a reliable player for this team.
Do you think people in the locker room paid attention to the stuff, the off the field stuff?
Well, if they knew him, I would say no. It wouldn't matter. But not all know him. I wonder who knows him on that team,
right?
And can trust him from afar. I remember when the Giants when we signed Kerry Collins. Remember that when
I do remember that
went and got him.
Yes.
All anybody could talk about was the history,
right?
Not his on-field history. I don't think anybody even knew or cared what he did when he's with Carolina. It was who he is as a person,
right?
And Ernie, of course, he said to us, "Don't have any prejudice. Just meet him and learn him." And his first training camp with us, he was awesome. We all became very tight with him. These first week or so of this camp is so important for Geno Smith if he's going to be anywhere close to what Aaron Glenn predicted for him.
And if you missed it, Aaron Glenn's prediction for Geno Smith was
a butthole.
No, I'm just kidding. That was out of context. I apologize. You can rewind and listen to its context on the free Odyssey app or download the Evan and Tiki podcast. We will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Enjoy all the baseball. Mets have 2 games. Yankees have 1 game. We'll talk about all of it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Enjoy the rest of your, what's today? Wednesday.
This is an Odyssey Sports Minute.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal.